From anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
When your family gathers around a shakaroni from Papa John's, you're sharing more than extra cheese and pepperoni. You're sharing scholarships, meals, and laughter. Because $1 from every shakaroni goes to charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Shakaroni Pizza is back, and only for $13. Plus $1 from every purchase goes to charity. The Shakaroni is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple!
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. You can find us online, pr927fm.com, and also watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Check out our YouTube page, Pirate Radio TV. We have the latest from Mike Houston, his press conference from earlier today. You can watch it in its entirety on YouTube. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV. It's a bye week, so we got a few different topics coming up. We'll have some football talk, but coming up at 4 o'clock, Seymour will get you fired up for the ECU basketball season, a month away from Pirate Hoops. Cy will join us to talk about all the new faces on this year's team, coached by Joe Dooley. Looking forward to catching up with Cy at 4 o'clock. We'll talk college football lines with Jeff Nadu coming up at around 4:20. We'll give you an NHL preview. Our resident Caniac, Brooks Hill, joins us to talk about the Hurricanes opening up the season coming up on Thursday night. The NHL season begins tonight on ESPN. Mike Mullis will drop by in the 5 o'clock hour. We'll talk postseason baseball. We got games going on now, 2 games coming up later, including my Braves at 5:15. We've got all that, Mike Houston comments, and I've got the grades. The grades are in. We put out today on Facebook and Twitter, give your midterm grades for ECU football, offense, defense, special teams. We got a ton of grades to talk about on today's show as well. So a lot of folks chimed in on that, and it's all ahead right here on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes is here. Chandler Honeycutt is here as well. The big dog is right there. And I am Clip Brock here with you on Pirate Radio Live. You can chime in on today's show right here on Facebook Live and be a part of the show today, or give us a call, 317-1250. All right, how we doing, folks? Folks,
We doing good?
What's up, Clipper?
Sorry.
I need like a backup people over there in case you guys aren't responding to me. But nobody's over there.
You need like your own version of the dog pound. If you watched Arsenio Hall.
I do. Well, nice timely reference, Shirley.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Arsenio!
Oh!
Chandler, did you watch Monday Night Football last night?
I watched the first half, and then my ESPN app broke down on me, and then I was like, you know what? Why am I watching this game? And then I just I ended up
because Scotty Montgomery was tearing it up, and then
Jonathan Taylor with the long run on the little running back screen there. The
And
only
then,
thing I thought about was Scotty Montgomery.
I know, that's all I can think about when I saw
And
the
that's
score
not a good
last
thing
night.
to think about.
And then Lamar Jackson went nuts. The Ravens come back winning in overtime. Let's put the Ravens on in primetime every week, because Lamar Jackson, second half, fourth quarter, is must-see TV.
Yeah, they went flat there in the first half.
They were awful and came back strong there in the second half.
He has more total yards than 18 other teams in the league.
My team's on that list.
My team's on that list.
All right, way to go. He is, as the kids say, electric. I did not watch it. I did that. I've got like a new Monday night trend now that the Mannings aren't on until week 7, so we're still a couple weeks away from the Mannings coming back. My trend is like I fall asleep really early on Monday nights for whatever reason.
I'm getting that way too.
Like I guess it's like the first day of the work week. It's kind of our longest day. So like for whatever reason, I'm just exhausted on Monday night. Yeah. I did wake up, and boy, am I glad I woke up because I can never stay asleep if I go to bed early. But if I did not wake up, I would have missed all the Gruden stuff and would have been really shocked this morning. We'll get to Gruden in a moment, but first up on our rundown, ain't no lie, we're on a bye, and we'll hear all of Mike Houston's comments in just a moment. But Shirley, let's hear Mike Houston's opening comments as the Pirates get ready for the bye week.
All right, a couple of practices into open week. Pretty energetic practice today. Important part of time, important time of the year for us. And got a lot of things we want to accomplish this week with our travel guys, and some things we want to accomplish with some of our guys that haven't played much yet. And so got a variety of things that we're doing this week on all fronts. So pretty good day. Really looking forward to seeing some of the young guys that we put in there in certain situations. Throughout practice today and see how they did, and evaluate that and have another good one tomorrow.
All right, that's the opening comments. Coming up next segment, you'll hear Mike Houston talk about the frustrations of the loss against UCF. We got some clock questions from Stephen Igo, decisions made by Mike Houston the other night. Also, did Mike Houston think about letting UCF score at the end of the game? We'll have his answer on that and a lot more. So some good Q&A coming up with Mike Houston in our next segment. Chandler, what are your plans for Saturday? No work, so what are you going to do?
Probably going to be watching a lot of football.
That's pretty much the only thing on my agenda at this point.
Yeah, and definitely going to watch game day. Probably going to wake up, watch game day, and then I guess watch football. I mean, I don't get really to watch. I mean, I watch football here during our.
It's not the same.
But it's not the same. You're not able to sit on your couch and enjoy college game day and then just go right in.
Scratch your manhood every now and then.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
yeah.
Well, that's a
yeah.
That took me to a visual scary place.
Shirley, this is a conversation between Chandler and I.
Yeah, but the problem is I have headphones too, and I can't get the last 20 seconds out of my brain.
Shirley, if you could put your headphones down for a moment. Chandler and I are having a discussion. Maybe I should send them an email on our email accounts.
You should absolutely do that.
Because if you have something questionable to say, derogatory, that's what you want to do. You want to email it through your
might not want to do that. I think we have a guy that we're about to talk about that has taught us that lesson. Be careful what you type.
This is tough because Chandler was really starting to nail the John Gruden impression.
It's done. I'm retiring it.
I think we should keep it rolling and do racist, misogynist Gruden. And you just keep doing it, and you say awful things.
No, I cannot do that.
All right.
I'm on the radio every day.
I think that'd be fun, but Chandler does not for some reason. So John Gruden steps down. It came out either over the weekend, Sunday, Monday, about this might have been even last Friday. Yeah, it was before their last game where the Dummerus Smith.
Yeah,
and they said language. He had lips the size
his lips
of Michelin tires, and so that part came out. They were able to play through it. He was able to coach through it. Questions were asked to the players about it. Some responded. Some gave a no comment. And then the next shoe dropped, I guess last night, where John Gruden.
There was a little more behind the curtain.
A little bit. We need Mark Lindsay one-on-one with John Gruden about all this stuff. So all of this, and this is what I really want to talk about. But I'll get to the Gruden stuff, but all of this is because of the dysfunctional, toxic. I don't really like that word, but it's the word's used. The toxic organization that is the Washington football team, formerly known as the Redskins, and all the crap they had going on regarding like cheerleaders and they're posing nude and what the hell's going on in this work environment, and people are fired and people are let go. So it was a Dave Hard deep dive.
Man, I tell you what, I'm glad that's never happened in the Carolina Panthers organization.
Well, they weren't doing Jeans Friday like Jerry Richardson. Didn't he have an armpit thing too?
I don't know, man.
Jerry's into
I
some
haven't
stuff.
thought about Jerry Richardson.
Every time I see a pair of jeans, I think of Jerry Richardson.
You might want to go see a therapist.
Is that normal?
But it's crazy that this thing started on the Washington football team, and then it ended up getting into another organization and franchise and got a guy fired.
Yeah, right. This is not just Washington having their own mess. Now the Snyder effect, Snyder 19, as I think Mike put it on COVID, is going to affect every NFL locker room, every NFL front office and headquarters.
It's spreading.
It is. It's getting across the entire league now, because it's not just one thing for Dan Snyder to tank his own operation. It's going to tank the entire league now. So these are, you've heard me talk and tweet about Bruce Allen. I actually did a search last night of my name and Bruce Allen, and boy, I might get fired for some of the comments I made about Bruce Allen. I wish I had his email so I could talk to him directly. He is, as described by Washington writers, somebody had a great line they always go back to him about, where it says he was born on third base and has never taken a foot off of that base. You know, he's and to show that, he was an executive in the NFL from 04 to 19. Overall record 83 and 125. Playoff record 0 and 3. Washington has won one playoff game this millennium. The only reason they won that playoff game was because it was against Tampa Bay, and Bruce Allen worked for Tampa Bay. The only way we can win is against Bruce Allen. Then he joined our franchise. I wish I would have recorded this because it makes me want to cuss, but I can't. We can't live beep. But he is a giant human turd, and him and Gruden are exchanging these emails. Gruden's calling, said that Jeff Fisher drafted an F word. They're referring to Michael Sam. They're calling Roger Goodell names, which that part's just kind of funny to me, honestly. But Johnny Boy Gruden, and it's, you know, you can say cancel culture 10 years ago. All right, but do players, like, they have a gay player on the Raiders currently?
Yep.
Does he want to play for this guy?
That.
And if you think the lips thing, well, everybody has big lips. Steven Tyler has big lips. Well, the black dudes want to play for Gruden when he's saying that this particular guy, he's talking to another one of his, the human turd, Bruce Allen, saying Dummery Smith has lips the size of Michelin tires. Like, is he saying, it's not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good at all.
And do players want to play for this guy? Being those are his comments. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but yeah, Gruden's an old man, and he was an old man when he said all this stuff. Yeah. It's kind of funny that he was with ESPN at the time.
I was going to say, this had to be around the time that he was with Monday Night Football.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago. Back when Monday Night Football would go to FedEx Field, the crowd at FedEx Field would chant, "We want Gruden," because he was in the booth.
Yeah.
And it turns out
that was with like Mike Tirico, John Gruden,
and Jaws, I think.
So Washington just got the wrong Gruden.
Yeah, well, there is no right Gruden, I think, at this point.
No, there isn't.
Because they hired and fired Jay, and then and now John resigns, fired, whatever. Troy says Jerry Richardson had a foot thing, not armpit.
Yeah, I think it was foot.
I'm gonna have to Google Jerry Richardson armpit.
Armpit. I hope nobody looks at your search history. Jesus, man. I think he had a lot of fetishes. I mean, the guy was,
he was into a lot. Sorry we got to Jerry Richardson on this thing. You know what's funny?
He likes earlobes.
You know what's funny? When you like Google something and it'll say what's missing from what you Googled, it was this Jerry Richardson allegations and it says missing armpit.
Wow.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Missing armpit.
We have
everything except armpit.
Tony Dunn says he liked legs and feet. He's a lower body man.
Yeah, he's a lower
he
body
has
dude.
no use for the armpit.
I have no
Who
use
really
for that.
does?
Well, when I was a kid, I really liked armpits because you could do the
the fart noise.
Yeah.
That was
teachers hated that.
Great bit, great kid. I wonder if kids still do that now. They're on their phones. They're playing Pokemon.
No, they're not doing anything physical.
Physical.
They're on their phone.
We need our
They
kids to
need to go fly a kite.
Yeah. Hey, kids, go fly a kite. I told a guy to fly a kite today. That is one of my new favorite phrases.
Go fly a kite.
Some guy on Twitter was like, I love Cy, but I just can't get down with the whole we're going to be better next year.
I saw that.
Well, fine. You know what you should do? Go fly a kite.
Go fly a kite. You can go fly a kite.
You can go fly a kite. If you check my email history, that's what I say to everybody. Hey, I'm not, I can't.
Fly a kite will be like a derogatory phrase in like 30 years, and they'll go back in your emails and they'll go, you're done.
Redbeard says Bruce Allen, born on third, thinks he hit a triple to get there. Exactly. There was like 4 errors. He was dropped out of a sky on a parachute and just landed there. And now he's gone. I did a whole, I'm not watching the Redskins anymore till Bruce Allen's fired. They did that. I kind of want to stop watching them again, but I guess I'll stay in there. But does this get to Dan Snyder? I talked to my dad earlier today, and he was like, is this the one? I mean, is this finally it? Is Snyder, like, at some point, he's got to go, and you can't, who can fire an owner? Can the NFL?
Goodell.
I guess you can force them to sell the team or whatever.
It's kind of like what we did with Jerry.
Oh, yeah, true.
We forced him to sell the Panthers.
You kind of just have so much...
We put so much
pressure,
shame on
heat,
him
that
he is forced to say, all right, I cannot do this anymore. I cannot continue to be an owner of a football team with all this on me.
You know what?
I've got to get rid of this team. I've got to sell it. And I think this could be the type of situation that can force Dan Snyder to sell the football team.
317-1250 if you want to chime in. You can also chime in on Facebook Live or Twitter. If I'm Dan Snyder, I triple down at this point and I pull a Jerry and I build a statue of myself outside
just to be ripped down the next year?
The dump that is FedEx Field, yes.
That thing wasn't up but for like a year. And then it was like tore down.
The big cat. Anyway, so there's that.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts on... So now the Raiders... I saw some Joe Brady talk to the Raiders. Huh?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah? Why are you looking at me with a blank stare? Did you hear what I said? Or
yeah.
You just don't want to
Joe
talk?
Brady to the Raiders.
Yeah, you just don't have any comments on it?
Nah.
Okay, fair enough.
No comments.
That's fine. It was just odd that you were like...
Well, because that was the first time I've heard it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You are like an 80-year-old man. Earlier today...
That was the first time I ever heard that.
I know. That's my fault. I forgot that you get your news 2 days after everybody else.
Yeah.
What did he say earlier today? Oh, man.
Gruden got fired.
No.
It was
Harold
Varner.
B3 having his baby.
Hey, guys, Harold Varner III had a baby. Yeah, that was 2 days ago, and you're like, you just posted it 4 minutes ago.
And I was trying to explain. He posted the picture of the kid, but he made the announcement that the child was born 2 days ago.
And there was another one, too.
I knew he was in the hospital with his wife. I thought the baby was born today.
No, man.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little behind the times.
You are. It's fine. Not everybody worships
and then the other
Twitter
one,
like I do.
And then the other one was, I didn't know that App State, Louisiana played.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, that's great. That's an awesome matchup. And you're like...
You didn't know that? You hit them back to back.
I thought your head was going to explode.
I know. I had a major overreaction. I also had and then, you know what? You can blame me. You can get on me because I didn't know the White Sox and Astros played so early.
I said, they play at 2:07. You said, what time did you say?
I had a lot of meltdowns earlier
And
today.
then you were like, man, baseball is sorry for all these afternoon games.
Yeah, sorry.
You came in with you woke up this morning and chose violence.
Yeah, hate that phrase, but yes. But no, you hit me with the back-to-back HV3, and there's a football game tonight, and I got all over you, and then I didn't know this game was happening. By the way, speaking of postseason baseball, look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update. We got bases loaded, first and second, 2 outs, the pitch, and that is a ball 4, and I shouldn't have said bases loaded. It was first.
No, it was first and second.
I know, yeah. First and second, now the bases are loaded, and there are 2 outs in the third inning, and the White Sox have a 1-0 lead over the Astros, and the Astros are batting here in the top of the third. This is game 4 with the Astros leading 2-1. Coming up at 5:15, the Braves look to close out the Brewers. They're going to send Charlie Morton back to the mound as Atlanta tries to win their series over Milwaukee. And then later tonight, you got Giants-Dodgers. It was a 1-0 final last night in that one, right? So the Giants with an opportunity to take down L.A. tonight as they lead that series 2-1. That's 9 o'clock on TBS. No baseball tomorrow.
No, there won't be. Well, I know the Red Sox don't play until Friday.
If necessary, White Sox Astros. So
Surely we get it. The White Sox advance.
Red Sox.
What did I say?
White Sox.
I meant Red Sox. Whatever color socks.
So that's a lot of baseball. They're playing like a regular season schedule now, because if the White Sox win, they will play the Astros again tomorrow. And then oh my God, I'm breaking up. Game 1 of the ALCS will be Friday night.
That is correct.
All right. So there is that. A quick look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update brought to you by Buck. Also tonight, the NHL gets underway. It'll be the Penguins and Lightning at 7:30. Back on ESPN for the first time in a long time. You get to hear that NHL on ESPN theme that I loved as a kid growing up. And then it'll be the brand new Seattle Kraken taking on the sort of new Vegas Golden Knights coming up at 10:15 on ESPN. Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. Mike Houston comments from earlier today. There's a drive in the left, and it's down.
He's behind.
1 run will score. I'm always behind Studio B. 2 runs will score. A 2-run double by
Carlos Correa.
Carlos Correa with a 2-run double, and it is 2-1. Astros leading the White Sox.
That happened like 2 minutes ago, dude.
Keep up with us.
All right, I'm watching now. Has Tony La Russa's old ass finally made it to the mound? Because on my feed, he hasn't yet.
No.
He's still walking?
He's still walking.
All right, let me know when he gets there. We will be back with you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Have you stopped doing your favorite activity due to chronic aches and pains? Let Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab help. They provide regenerative injection therapy that can help with osteoarthritis, joint pain, carpal tunnel, and plantar fasciitis. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab will help you get back into the groove. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab, 2245 Stantonsburg Road, across from the hospital. Call 215-9294 for an appointment today.
With Domino's Carside Delivery, you can carry out any 3-topping pizza for just $7.99 without leaving your car. So you don't have to interrupt your kid's favorite song.
And we'll all be friends just for one.
You can interrupt this, actually.
Next time you carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, try Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up to the store, check in online, and Domino's will bring your food to you contact-free. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size. Message and data rates may apply when using Domino's Carside Delivery.
The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates!
Are you ready for some football? Let Bostic Sub Furniture get you ready. Stop in during our Touchdown to Savings event and save up to 15% off with 6-month special financing on just what you need to catch all the exciting action this season. With over 250 Lazy Boy recliners in stock, or choose 72-month special financing. Find the right mattress at a comfortable price and get 72-month special financing. Plus, save big on our brand new Serta mattress collection. So rush to Bostic Sub Furniture now.
Well, the secret is out. CD's Grill has the best breakfast in Greenville. Start your day with a made-to-order breakfast Monday through Saturday at CD's Grill. Plus, you can enjoy lunch Monday through Friday. And their lunch specials are always a huge hit. Monday, it's barbecue chicken. Tuesday, pork tenderloin and gravy. Wednesday, chicken and pastry. Thursday, barbecue pork chops. And Friday, it's spaghetti. CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, near Evans Street. Stop by CD's Grill for the best country cooking around.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Otavola Market Cafe. Otavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Otavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Otavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Otavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Otavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OtavolaMarket.com. Otavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? CompuPro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a six-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit CompuPro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. We are at the midterm, and we're going to have some midterm grades. Great play. Race to first base, and he is out to end the top of the third inning. Astros 2, White Sox 1. As they head to the bottom of the third, they are going to replay that one at first. And that is a quick look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, and he is out by a toe. All right, maybe one of the fairest schedules in ECU history. They get a bye week right at the midway point of the season, and the team they're playing is on a bye, the Houston Cougars. I mentioned midterms a moment ago. Put it out on Twitter and Facebook today. We got a lot of responses as you graded the offense, defense, and special teams. We had some people that were throwing out grades for the coaching as well. So we'll get to all that in hour 3 of today's show. Right now, we will hear from the head football coach of the Pirates, Mike Houston. Stephen Igo asked Mike Houston if after a loss like that, is it good to have a bye week, or do you want to get right back on the field and play another game? This is cut 2.
I'd probably rather play. That was a tough one the other night, and it's I'm still waking up in the middle of the night with that one. So you wish you had a game right now. You love if you won that one, it's a great time for an open week, and that's the tough thing about it. So close, but the good thing about it is it does give us a chance to heal up. It does give us a chance to get some guys some rest that played a lot of snaps. It gives us a chance to really work on some things that we need to improve on. Give us a little bit of extra prep time for the second half of the season because we have some different situations, and got a really, really good Houston team that we got to go down and face to start it, and then a short week to turn around with South Florida, and so it's just a lot of stuff coming right at this open date. So for those reasons, it's a good time.
All right, Mike Houston talked about the frustrations of losing a close game like the one against UCF. Cut 3.
Naturally, I'm biased, okay? I don't think it should have come down to the last drive, just in my opinion, but that's my opinion. I thought our kids played very, very hard. I thought we did a lot of good things. I thought we missed a lot of opportunities. First 2 drives of the ball game, to come away with no points is very frustrating. To be deep in the red zone so many times and only have 1 touchdown is very frustrating. To not be able to get a couple of stops there in the second half is frustrating. Now, UCF's talent and ability have a lot to do with that. I mean, it's we walk out there, to start the game, and you're looking like, they're a good-looking football team. They're athletic, they're big, it's a good football team. I feel like we should have won the game. That's just how I feel.
A lot of fans feel the same way. I feel like they should have won that football game on Saturday night. Stephen Igo had a couple of clock-related questions for Mike Houston. We'll hear the question and the answer.
There's a couple of questions in regards
Yep.
to the clock. With 6 seconds left, they wound the clock. Was there a miscommunication there? And then also, when they were about...
There was a lot right there.
When they were about to score, did you guys think about taking a timeout?
Yeah, we did. When we had them on 3rd and 2 on the goal line right there, they lined up in a formation and a set that we worked all week. We had the call that we wanted, so Coach Harrell and I were in communication. We had 1 timeout left. If we had taken the timeout, it would have been to basically review what we did on the play anyway. And we executed. We had a guy in the backfield, 4 yards from the goal line. If he gets him on the ground right there, it's going to be fourth and 4, and they got a decision to make if they want to kick it and send it to overtime, or if they want to go for it and try and win the ball game. So I don't feel like it would have impacted the play call, and that's just, that's why we didn't,
And in the 6 seconds, what was
Yeah, so we called timeout, but they stopped the play for review, so they gave us our timeout back. So they said that the play clock would start on the ready for play whistle. So we were set, ready to snap the ball on the ready for play whistle. UCF calls timeout, but they said they had already set the clock, and so they at first they said they were going to give us the time back, and then come back and they didn't. So I went ahead and called the timeout, and we changed what we were going to do right there with the last snap. We thought we might have a chance with the timeout, maybe a chance for 2 snaps, but it just ended up the way it was.
All right, some good questions, and Mike Houston explaining it there. The clock-related questions. I don't know if that 3 seconds really matters where they were on the field. If they were closer, maybe, but I don't know. Does it give you time to run a quick play? Pirates at that point had too much time go off during the goal line stand chance that they had. And here was a good question, and I think a pretty good response by Coach Houston. Cut 5, Shirley. Did you think about letting UCF score at the end of the game to save you some time so you would get the ball back with, say, over a minute left to play and 1 timeout? Here's what he said.
Not in that situation. I think there's situations. There's situations to do that, but you're sitting there with a 3-point lead. If you can hold them to a field goal or a field goal attempt, then the game goes to overtime or you win it, one of the two. And that was what we were trying to do. I mean, there are situations where you do think about letting them score, but I don't feel like that's one of them.
I think I agree with him there. I think if you are down, or if you are up 1 or 2.
Yeah, if they're in a situation where the field goal gives them the lead, then let them score, because they're either going to get the lead on the field goal or on the touchdown.
I agree.
Considering that they make the chip shot field goal, but your defense has been hard nosed all game, and you want to see if they can get a stand there. But the question is that would Gus Malzahn go for it on 4th and goal from the 1 yard line?
Well, I mean,
but that's just a what if.
Yeah.
But I think I agree with Coach there.
Yeah,
in that situation.
We saw it again the following day in the Browns-Chargers game. That was a different deal, because those two teams had 40-plus points, so they were just scoring at will. So the Browns not only did they let the Chargers score, they forced the Chargers to score by taking Austin Eckler and pulling him into the end zone. It was kind of a weird deal. By the way, if the Chargers just don't want to score there, take a knee. Why are they running the football?
Yeah.
He could fumble.
Any type of nightmare could happen.
You know why? Because it's the Chargers, and they'll never figure out these late game situations. They did get the win the other day, but the Chargers are always in wildwoods. But in that case, the Browns let the Chargers score, got the ball back, and had an opportunity to go down the field and try to win the game. They did not. ECU elected to try to stop UCF. The clock ran down. Just kind of a tough spot all around. If Mike Houston does use his final timeout, UCF either scores and you do get the ball back with some time, or they just continue to let the clock bleed. You're out of timeouts.
And then also to let them get a touchdown puts a lot of confidence and a lot of pressure on your offense that really hasn't been able to do anything all day.
Yeah, the low scoring game I think affects that too.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Mike Houston, cut 6, talks about the running game. He was kind of asked that the run game had looked good going into UCF, did not look as good in Orlando, and here was his response to that.
Well, I think we did run the ball effectively in the second half. I think that UCF's defense, which we knew was a stout group coming into the game, had a lot to do with some of our struggles in the first half. But I thought we moved the ball pretty well up and down the field. Our struggles came in the red zone, and it's a combination of UCF and our execution. So, I was pleased with how, especially the fourth quarter, the long drive in the fourth quarter. I was very pleased with how we were able to run the ball against a very talented defense.
All right, cut 7. Shirley talks about not being able to score. They brought up a particular drive, I think the first drive, but not being able to score in the red zone. It was an issue for East Carolina on Saturday night.
So many of those drives, but yeah, the first drive of the ball game, but especially that drive, because we're going to be in those ball games. I mean, we have put ourselves in a situation where we're going to be in close ball games in a very good conference against really good football teams. And, if you can drive the ball like that late in the game and stick it in, well, you already have the lead, and now you go up 2 scores. And that kind of a drive, it really takes a lot of wind out of your sails if you're on the other sideline. And that's the next step. And that's, we've hung our hat on being able to do that over the years. And it's, when you can do that and you can throw the football and you can play good defense, that's when you turn into a team that wins a lot of ball games. And we're close.
All right, getting close. Got to get over that hump. You got to handle the upperclassmen different than the lowerclassmen this week. The banged up players different from the healthy players. Mike Houston talked about the handling of the personnel during the bye week this week.
Well, it's a case by case deal. You can't treat everybody the same because everybody's not the same. You got to look at who's got what bumps and bruises and what those bumps and bruises are. Who's played a ton of snaps and who hadn't played a ton of snaps, and and what you're needing to work on. So there's a lot. I mean, there's just so much that goes into the bye week. I think we had yesterday was a lighter practice. Today was a heavy practice. And I thought there were a lot of good things we did. I thought that some of the execution with the new scheme that we're working on for Houston. You had some ups and downs right there, which we talk about every week. You're going to have that on that first day of the week with the contact stuff. So, want to have a same kind of energy practice tomorrow with better execution. And then I think we've got 2 good work days and a good head start for getting ready for Houston next week.
All right, there's Mike Houston. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We got more Mike Houston comments. Well, how is he handling South Florida? You got a bye week, then Houston, then a short week against USF. So when do you start to look at the Bulls? Also, Mike Houston takes a step back, big picture look at where the football program is after the 3-3 start. We got some Holt Nailers and Mason Garcia talk from Mike Houston as well. And later on in the show, your grades. We graded out the Pirates' offense, defense, and special teams through 6 games in the 2021 season. We'll have all those for you later on in today's show. We got Pirate football talk, and we'll mix in some Pirate hoops, some NHL, and some college football gambling coming up in hour number 2. A lot more to go on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
In a world of fake profiles, fake tans, and fake flavors, naturally flavored Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer strives for realness. It's USDA certified organic, with no sugar or carbs, and only 80 calories. So the only thing touching your taste buds is organic, refreshing, and delicious. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, as real as it tastes. Enjoy responsibly, not a low-calorie food. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, IRC Beer, St. Louis, Missouri 63118.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
On Saturdays, your team needs you. Your sofa needs you. And you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays. Unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's Original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chakawinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at PR927FM. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at FreePR927FM. Join the over 50,000 followers today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Broad.
All right. The Braves lineup has been posted for Game 4 today. The outfield goes Adam Duvall in left. Pearl, Jock Peterson is in right. And Guillermo Heredia in center field. Where's Jorge Soler? It has just been announced that he has tested positive for COVID-19.
Ooh.
And was wondering how the Braves postseason downfall would start this year. And here is the first shoe to drop. I just got a super bad feeling about the whole damn thing.
Oh, no.
Hopefully that's wrong. Maybe that feeling is indigestion or something. Had a late lunch. But Christian Pache will now be replacing Soler on the NLDS roster. So there's that. Braves and Brewers go at it at 5:15. Right now, the Astros have a runner on third with no outs in the fourth inning, and they have a 2-1 lead. White Sox have the infield pulled in as they play their Game 4. Astros up 2-1 in the series.
Some aggressive base stealing and base running. They stole both bases.
Oh, I saw him still second. Did not see him take third.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Third, yeah.
All right, there's a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update brought to you by Dubuck. Let's take another look at the Mike Houston comments. As a matter of fact, you might want to take a listen to them because it's hard to see words that are being said verbally. Do we not agree?
Yes.
Okay.
You just looked at me like I was supposed to do something, and I was
Just making sure that you agree that it is difficult to see words that are said verbally.
Unless you're watching something that provides closed captioning.
Have you guys watched Only Murders in the Building?
No, I have not. And I
Surely you would love it because
it's got Martin Short in it, and I love anything
Steve Martin.
Yeah, I love anything that Martin Short is in.
Chandler, you don't watch anything, so you haven't seen it.
No. I told you I wanted to start watching Squid Game.
Yeah, on the Netflix there. But Only Murders in the Building, it has like a... there is a deaf character in the show, and it has a whole episode that is... There's some words being said, but most of it is him lip reading.
Oh, okay.
And also text and things like that. So there's not a lot of audio in the episode, but it's very unique. It was a really cool episode.
There was an episode, well, of course, anybody who knows me well enough knows that I am a diehard Buffy the Vampire Slayer television show fan. Sarah Michelle Gellar? Yes. And in season 4, there was an episode, it was actually Emmy nominated, called Hush, and it was kind of like a Halloween type episode, but it wasn't quite. But it was an episode where basically the cast members' voices were taken, so they could not speak, and they had to communicate. The entire episode did not have but maybe a handful of dialogue, but it was really, really well done.
Yeah, this one was unique. It was the guy kept like peeking through and reading lips, the deaf person on the show, and was like, people talk too much, like he signed that or whatever.
But and if you're ever interested in that kind of thing, there is a movie that's called CODA, which is short for Child of Deaf Adults, which I am one. So, but it's a very good movie, but it kind of gives you insight on the deaf world.
There you go. All right. I don't know.
Moving on to...
Sorry we got there.
Yeah, we of
That's
course.
on me. How much are you looking into South Florida since you'll face them on a bye week? That was a question asked to Mike Houston today. Or face them on a short week, I should say. Cut number 9, Charlie.
We're preparing the game plan coaching staff wise, we're not going to work it with our team, but we're going to prepare the game plan this week, because when we get back at whatever time in the morning, Sunday morning, a week from now, we'll wake up and it's going to be Sunday and Tuesday all at the same time with no Monday. And so it's you lose the prep time is the big thing you lose. We'll adjust the practice schedule to make sure that the kids are ready and that they're rested, but the prep time, you're going to lose a day and a half that you're not going to get back. So.
All right, Coach Houston was also asked if he's looking at some of his younger wide receivers to step up during the bye week. We have not seen, obviously, a ton of Mason Garcia. We have not seen anything behind Keaton Mitchell and Rajay Harris at running back, and we really haven't seen any of the young receivers play that much as well. It's been C.J. Sneed, Audie. Who am I missing at the receiver position? Josiah Hatfield. Anybody else?
Aside from your tight ends?
Not counting Calhoun and Jones.
So who have you mentioned again?
The Sneed, Audie, CJ, Hatfield. I mean,
that's been about it.
Yeah, that's been about it. Yeah,
they have been able to use a pretty tight roster with not a lot of backups as the Astros tack on another run.
Still haven't seen Tajee Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson, Savage. Jeff Charles said on Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate that Cam Burnett is injured. So, a reason we haven't seen much in. But really, they are sticking with the vets here. And I think it was Igo that asked if he's looking at some of his younger receivers and new receivers to step up during this bye week.
Yeah, and we talked about it. We had several of them that we were getting extra reps today. Being very deliberate with trying to get some of those young guys to come along a little bit more. And, when you talk about those guys, they're all at different places. Joey Patterson's at one place, Kerry King's at another place. Those are two guys that just popped to my mind, right out of the gate. The guys that have been playing a good bit, they could, they're not going to get quite as much work this week. And you got to kind of balance that with making sure they get enough to stay sharp and improve on things that we need to do better.
All right, Mike Houston took a big picture look at where his team is right now, 3-3 in year 3, and here's what he had to say.
Well, I think it's like I said yesterday. We talked kind of big picture with the players on Sunday because I thought that you could step back and do that this week. It's next week's a big week. Every week's a big week because it's. When I took this job and you look at everything that makes ECU great, a big piece of that was, our fan base. Football's important here, and our fans are passionate, and they want to see the success on the field the same as we do, and that's what you want. You want fans that care, and I'm trying to get everybody rolling in the same direction, whether it's talking about, administration, fans, players, coaches, everybody, because we all want the same thing. And, so it's a deal where I've got confidence in where our team is mentally right now. I think that a loss like the other night's frustrating, especially coming off a 3-game win streak and playing so well on homecoming against Tulane. But at the same time, I see where our team is now that you're in those frustrating losses against really good teams in this league. Now it's time to have just phenomenal wins against that team, because you win that thing 16-13 or whatever the other night. I mean, it's a celebration like no other down in that locker room in Florida. I mean, because it's the guys that were in that locker room 2 years ago. It completely flipped, and so. Yeah, this is a big part of our season, but we're excited. I mean, I can't wait to get down to Houston a week from Saturday. They're a really good football team, 5-1, playing very well, talented on both sides of the ball. But I'm excited to see our team go down there and play, and that's the big thing we're focusing on right now. Is we have a chance to go down there and play a really good football team and hopefully come home with a win, and that's a long ways from where we've been, and I'm excited about that. And I want our fan base to be excited about it. Our players are excited about it. It's bye week. I'm going to enjoy some things you enjoy during bye week. We're going to get on the road recruiting later end of the week. But I'm ready for game week again.
Mike Houston fired up once again, 3-3. First time in a long time we've been able to have realistic bowl aspirations and expectations this late into a football season. An opportunity to kind of put a spoiler on Houston's season thus far, as they are undefeated in conference play and thinking they might be the team to compete with Cincinnati at the end of the year for the championship. Let me see when Houston has SMU. I would love them to have them the week after ECU for a potential look ahead. But Houston has East Carolina, and then the following week at home against SMU. Little look ahead there. Speaking of which, we'll talk to Wager McGee on Wednesday. Loves a good look ahead. So, yeah, they don't play Cincinnati. They're going to be favored in every game the rest of the way, maybe outside of SMU. So that is their biggest game left on the schedule right now. So Houston going to be looking ahead to SMU. Pirates going to go there, pick them off, get a dub, come back home, and lose to South Florida. Just kidding. But I don't know. I feel good about that now that I looked that up. All right. So the other night, Holden Ahlers in the red zone, has the ball, gets kind of out of the pocket. There's nothing in front of him. Could have ran for a first down, potentially a touchdown. We all look at that play. We say, why didn't he run? Well, what is he? Are the coaches telling him not to run? Why did he make a decision to throw that ball to C.J. Johnson in the right far corner of the end zone? It goes incomplete. Why did that happen? Well, we asked Holden Ahlers yesterday. He said, I should have ran. I made a bad decision to not run the football. Instead, he threw it to CJ. So, yeah, he made a bad decision on the fly. Mike Houston was asked about that play as well, and here's what he said, cut 12.
Yeah, and it's something we've harped on a lot with him. And I was talking to him immediately after the play on the sideline right there too, and it's something we've been very deliberate this week with putting him in those situations. And he knows. I mean, he sees it. I mean, he easily would have gotten the first down. I think he would have had a bang bang play at the pylon. So you're talking about a touchdown. Now he's got a lot of faith in CJ. We all do, but that's a low percentage throw there in the back of the end zone, and it's one where he's got to take advantage of his abilities in that situation because there was a lot of green grass between him and the next UCF defender. You can't play the shoulda, coulda, woulda game. That's just not it. We've got to do a better job preparing him. That's the big thing, and that's the same way with some of the pull reads and give reads and stuff that we didn't do a good job with the other night. We've got to do a better job preparing he and Mason, and that was a big emphasis in today's practice.
All right, and speaking of Mason Garcia, a reporter today noticed that Garcia was not throwing at practice. He asked Coach Houston about that.
Yeah, he's a little banged up. From that play the other night, there's an old adage that sometimes when you mess up, you're the one that gets the brunt end of it. And it was a give read. He pulled it straight into two unblocked defenders. So he'll be fine. He'll probably throw tomorrow, but we gave him a day off from throwing today.
All right, a nice bye-week Q&A with Mike Houston. We'll hear more from Coach Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, Blake Harrell on Wednesday. We won't have it on the show because those conversations will happen later in the day. So we'll have it up on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram on a Wednesday evening. We'll have the audio version for you coming up Thursday on Pirate Radio Live. We will talk Pirate hoops, football, and everything with Stephen Igo coming up Wednesday on the show. He joins me in the 4 o'clock hour. We've got Troy D. and Bryce Williams in the 5 o'clock hour. Some Wager McGee on Wednesday as well, and the voice Jeff Charles. So big Wednesday show on tap right here on Pirate Radio Live. We will take a timeout. When we return, we'll talk Pirate hoops on this bye week in football. Seymour will join us on the other side. I want to hear his scouting report on the new faces on this ECU basketball roster. We'll continue on our Bud Light ECU report and talk Pirate basketball when we return after this.
Hey, Pirate Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suggs. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak and our seafood delight pasta. The Rick House is open for lunch daily from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Take a break from your workday with lunch at the Rick House. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and See, Cuccinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
Public notice! Discount Master Furniture, Greenville, 1501 Evans Street. Everything must go up to 75% off. Living rooms, bedrooms, diners, purple swivel chairs, ECU, $99. Desk chairs, $10. Queen mattresses, $199. Sofas, much more. Discount Master Furniture up to 75% off. 1501 Evans Street in Greenville, and I'll see you there!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio for 18 years. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All righty, back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Braves and Brewers coming up at 5:15. Jorge Soler tested positive for COVID-19. It will be put on the 10-day per the rules. So I believe I read that Soler, if the Braves make it to the NLCS, would be out for games 1 through 5. I said earlier that this gave me an awful feeling about tonight and this series, but during the break, I walked outside. There was an older gentleman walking in UBE. Mm-hmm. He had a sweet, and I mean sweet, Dale Murphy. I don't even know if it was. I don't know if it was a jersey. I think it was like a BP jersey, royal blue, big 3, and Murphy on the back.
Nice.
And it gave me a better feeling heading into this game. I felt like that was a sign that said it was kind of like a rainbow, right?
Yeah, yeah.
God sent an older guy with a Dale Murphy jersey to give me a good vibe.
My mom has a Dale Murphy, but it's a jersey. But it's the powder blue.
Oh, yeah. This one was more the royal blue like I'm wearing here.
Did you tell him that you liked it?
I said, go Braves, and he said, yes, sir.
He said, did you hear about Soler?
we had a moment out there, so feeling a little better.
Well, if he did hear about Soler, then he's a step ahead of you.
Got him.
Got me.
That older guy knew about HV3, tonight's college football game, and Soler all before you did, Chandler. All right, Astros lead the White Sox 5-1. They're in the 4th inning. A quick look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Houston just gives up a base hit. Your scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
All right, let's head out to the Fixed NC Live line. It's a bye week. It's a perfect time to talk some It's always a good time to talk basketball with Seymour, but a great time right now as he joins us on the Fixed NC Live line. Cy, great to talk with you, man. How you doing?
Always good to talk to you, Clip. Great piece of trivia here. I go to see the Braves and the Cubs play. I don't know how long ago. It was Smoltz versus Maddox. Maddox was with the Cubs.
Okay.
Smoltz with the Braves. Bobby Cox got kicked out. Maddox was getting every call, and they lost. And Maddox won. I mean, he beat them. Well, it was a tremendous game. Who would have thought they would have been on the same team later on?
And Bobby said, if you can't beat them, join them. So he said, we got to get that Maddox guy.
That's right. That's right.
Great times there. So that's when I first started coming up with the Braves in the early 90s. I kind of remember the Bob Horner, Dale Murphy, Ozzie Virgil, like those days. But those early 90s Braves is when I got into it.
Yes, they were good. But it's basketball time, too.
It's basketball. Why are we talking baseball? It's basketball season. So wanted to get you on to get to know some of the new faces. But first, let's talk about, to Pirate fans, what is coming back. They'll recognize, of course, Joe Dooley on the sidelines and a few other players, right side with, off the top of my head, you've got Tristan Newton, I believe Tremont Robinson-White, Brandon Suggs, Luigi DeBow. Is that the list of returners for this team?
And J.J. Miles.
And J.J. Miles. Forgot about J.J., who's going to come back strong as a shooter.
Point. Yeah, yeah.
So that's what you got coming back. Inside, we want to see, obviously, development out of those guys. They're not young players anymore, so we'll see what we have in the newcomers. But at first, anyway, you would think Joe Dooley's going to be counting on some of those guys to bring along the new faces.
I think you will see those guys step in. But what you really have to realize here too, Cliff, and I really believe this. I think Joe Dooley thinks that his starting lineup will have the 3 transfers from the portal that are from Power 5 schools. I mean, Winston Tabbs. If people understand what we got in Tabbs, he was an ACC player. For example, he got 24 against Minnesota, 23 against St. John's, 19 against NC State. This guy's not a fluke player. This guy is a real player and played on the highest level. He's 6'2". I went over and spoke to him one day, and I said, "Are you ready?" He said, "I am so ready to get out there and play." So he's ready to go. And then when you look at Vance Jackson, I can still remember Vance Jackson. When he was recruited, he was a 4-star recruit by Southern Cal, Arizona, and UConn. UConn had just won the national championship with Ollie. He goes to UConn, and he's a 6'9", 40% shooter. That's what he was, a three-point shooter. And so but what happens is Ollie gets fired. He moves around. The kid moves around. Finished his career at Arkansas. Joe picks him up, and Joe, Coach Julian, and in practice one day he's sitting there they're just getting started, and he hits 17 straight threes. I mean, he is a 6'9", and you got to understand these guys we're talking about. He's like a 5th or 6th year guy, so his body is there. It's not something you have to get new. And then the big kid that I think is also going to help him. I didn't think he would be this big, and that's the kid inside, Frank. He is.
They got him listed at 270, at 6'8".
See, when you think of a lot of kids, I'm looking for freshmen. They're not. These older kids that are ready to play, and he can shoot the 3 ball too. So he was going to be the starting center at South Carolina. So my point is, Joe has got some really good players to go along with a lot of talented guys. Tristan Newton, like you're talking about, Tremont. These guys are players that can help East Carolina to build this program. I mean, when you look up and you've got, Brandon Suggs is a player and Tristan Newton's a player. So JJ's been in the lineup. You've got Lucci that can play some. I think probably Lucci will back up the big kid in South Carolina.
So you've got these newcomers that are older players that have experience that you mentioned in Tabs and Jackson and Frank. How about the actual new player side and the fact that they're freshmen, the younger guys? And R.J. Felton has one of the most impressive highlight reels you'll see for a player coming to East Carolina. How's that going to translate to his first year in college? Is he get on the court as a freshman side?
Yes, he's going to get. He is that kid that I love. I mean, he's a 6'2", 6'3", fearless kind of guy that can just. He's not going to be intimidated by anybody. He looks like a tight end, and he is physical, and he's only a freshman. So I really like him. I like Reyes. I think Reyes is 6'7", going to be smooth and going to be a very good player. Tay Mosier's a shooter. That's what he does. His job is to shoot the basketball. Leston is not there yet. He's there, but he's not physically ready because he didn't play a lot last year because of COVID.
Yeah, 6'9", 200 size sounds like a stick.
He's not. He's not a stick.
Okay.
He's not a stick, and in fact he will probably lose some weight now because they might list him as 200, but he's bigger than that.
Okay.
And he really needs to get in shape, and they're working on him to get in shape. Brandon Johnson, we picked up late. He's a Roseville kid who really came on in high school at the end of the year and then went down to Brunswick Community College, had a good career, and we picked him up. It's crazy how it all plays out. It looked like he was going to Old Dominion. It looked like he might go to Maryland, and he ends up with us. That's how crazy it all is. That was really an interesting thing in the late summer this year. Really, he was getting ready to travel to Maryland, and Maryland recruited a kid right out from under, and it was Old Dominion, 6'8" kid. So he says, well, I may go to Old Dominion, and ECU got him for Old Dominion did. So, that's the kind of it's nuts right now with the portal. It's completely crazy. You can't figure it all out. But I really do like the recruits that Joe's gotten in. But I like the young kids. They're all really good basketball players. I'll tell you who's a really good one that Joe, I think the coaching staff really likes, and that's Javon Small. I think Javon is going to be a guard that's going to get a lot of time. He's going to push the guards that have played for East Carolina. And I'm talking about the point guards. He's tough. But Tremont can really go. And Tristan is, I think, will be a key player for this thing, Tristan Newton.
Let me ask you about a couple of questions. So let's talk body types real quick. And Brandon Suggs is a guy that you like on your team because he'll defend and he'll get in there and rebound and he'll do everything. He's got that body type side that it's tough to put weight on him. So how is he right now coming in as would be a junior, I guess a COVID sophomore. Has he been able to get any bigger, any thicker on that body?
He is just a little bit bigger, but he seems more confident and at ease.
Mm-hmm.
So he seems like, and he's always known where to be and known what to do. So I think Brandon, a guy like Brandon's always going to have playing time and do a good job for you. So he will be good for this ball club. But I also like that. I like the freshmen in that they're going to be good too. They're going to get there. They're just not there yet, and they will.
And I asked about Brandon because he can rebound, and you're talking about these 6'9" guys that are on the perimeter shooting threes, and that's the way basketball has come these days, size, that everybody's stepping outside shooting threes. But at some point, you need a defensive stop inside or a rebound. Can these bigger guys that ECU has on the roster get those rebounds? How are we going to do that part of it?
Yeah, I think they'll be the 4 and 5. I think Jackson will be at the 4, and I think South Carolina will be at the 5, and they can. Yes, they can do that. And the problem's going to be on the other end. Somebody's got to guard those guys.
Right.
They're going to be very difficult to guard on the other end. The biggest last year they were showing some percentages. I was looking up some statistical stuff on levels at ECU. Last year, ECU faced a zone 27% of the time. That's the highest amount. 13th highest amount. There are 360 teams or 350 teams. That's the highest amount of zone. They rank 13th. That's really high because we can shoot it well. So they just, today's world, you got to play a lot of man because the three ball is so easy to hit. But ECU struggled with the three ball, so they ended up seeing a zone 27% of the game, which is really unusual. And so I think with these shooters, now you got to play a little bit more man, and it's going to be difficult.
Cy Seymour joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. A question about Tremont, who's put up some big scoring games, and we love the speed side. His issue has been that he hadn't been able to really stay 100% healthy. When he came in, we had to wait around to see him due to health, and he's had spurts where he's been banged up. So how is he health? We'll start with him, and then we'll go over the whole team. But how is he health-wise right now, Cy?
Health-wise, he's much better. He looks good. I always like him because he plays defense.
Yeah.
But his weakness has been the three ball. I mean, shooting it. He struggled with that. And the thing is, with this ball club, the pressure's not going to be on him to make them. There's going to be guys that can make them, but he looks good. So
we've had a lot of guys like Brock Young and Miguel Paul over the years to penetrate and kick. Now, Tremont hasn't had a lot around him to kick to, but maybe he will this year, Si.
Yeah, I think so. And I think Tristan Newton could end up at that point. So think about it. Tristan is 6'5" and tough to handle. I mean, he can do some things for you, too. So, and then you bring in the new kid, and I think he's going to hit Javon Small. So they're going to find the right mix and the right chemistry there, because you got. It's funny that you talk about that position. They're all different. Tristan, long, tall, gets in the paint, can finish. And then when you look at Tremont, quick, off the dribble, can kick it. He can do that. Javon's a kind of a mixture of both. He can go inside because he's strong, but he can also step back and shoot it, and he makes good decisions. The key will probably be who plays the best defense. Can you stop that point guard? Can you stop a guy like Kendrick Davis, who's the best player in the league at Houston? I mean, SMU. Those are the things you got to do. I mean, it's such a good league.
Si, how are we doing it? It wouldn't be an ECU basketball season without somebody being banged up going into the year. So is anybody not 100% right now as we are about a month away?
Well, right now, everybody seems to be getting there. Winston is the last one to get really he's not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
They had a little work done with him in the off season. He's getting there. And like I said, the kid, the big kid, Leston, he's going to take a while to get in shape. And it's literally because they didn't play many games and they didn't play last year.
Yeah. Cy Seymour joining us. So bottom line, Cy Redbeard, we know you as the ultimate optimist, Cy. He says, so do we need to get hotels in New Orleans for the Final Four this year? Should Pirate fans go ahead and get ready?
Well, I think you're going to see improvement in the Final Four. I think you're going to, when you see this team, you're going to say, they've got a chance to win a lot more games than they're predicted to win. Right now, when you look at all the media outlets, they pick ECU as 11th and South Florida 12th. Basically, that's what they're saying. I don't see that with this team. I just think the talent level is maybe I think it is the highest I've seen. Now, can they mesh and get together? And I think other teams are going to have the same problem. See, this was a madhouse this year. The portal was crazy.
Yeah.
And so you've got kids going all over the place and playing for different people. So it's going to be that kind of year. Yeah, I just thought about, even at doing basketball games. I never saw Wichita live last year. I don't even know the new coach we didn't even play them.
Right.
So, it's really, and yet they won the league, they were tied with the league championship. It is crazy. And then you look at Memphis, all of a sudden they get two of the top players in the country to go along with all the talent that they have, and you add Larry Brown and Rasheed Wallace as coaches. And Larry Brown, I don't care what anybody says anywhere, he is an unbelievable basketball coach. Whether you like him, dislike him, let me tell you something. If Penny lets him do on the floor stuff and do what he does well, they're going to be tough to beat. They're going to be really, really good.
Maybe you were a year early on your praises for Memphis. This is probably the year that they get in and maybe make a run in March.
And you know what? You know what the truth is? Think about last year.
Yeah.
They won the NIT by 20 points. I mean, they really got I thought the league got taken. We should have had at least 3 teams in.
Yeah.
If Memphis had gotten in the NCAAs, I'm not sure we would not have had 3 teams in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
That's a bold statement, but I'm telling you, at the end of the year, nobody was coming close to Memphis.
Honestly, I hadn't looked at it, Si, as far as what's back and the recruiting. I know Memphis had a major haul, but is Sampson and Houston, are they still the top dog?
I think they're picking Houston to be the top dog, but I'm not sure that Memphis getting two of the top 5 players in the country, along with their talent returning, I'm not sure they're not the best ball club. I mean, when you look up and they get the big kids that they got, and you got Landers Nolly, who I think I think you got 3 guys with the 2 others. Landers Nolly returning is one of the best players, not only in the Atlantic Coast Conference. I mean, he was all Atlantic Coast Conference when he was at Virginia Tech. Now he's at Memphis, and he's unbelievable. He can shoot it. He can do it all. He did last year for them. And he's back to go along with 2 superstars that were really the top kids, Bates and Duran. They're without some of these kids, but they could be one of the top teams in the country. I really believe that. Quinones is back. They're loaded. I mean, just loaded. Duran's back. They could really be something else.
Si, final question. I never thought this would be a legitimate question, but it is. For East Carolina, in your talks with Joe Dooley now, and in your opinion, is it more important to land high school recruits or to get in that transfer portal and to land those guys moving forward for East Carolina? Go ahead. What do you think?
I know a lot of the coaches now are just simply saying we're recruiting the portal.
Right.
That's how much the game has changed. Clemson just hired a guy to recruit the portal. He can't be on the floor. It's a 4th assistant, but they can't. You're going to only have 3 assistants. This assistant's job, his only job, is to, when somebody goes in the portal, this guy checks him out, watches game film, and that's what he does. They recruit that portal. That's where we are, Clip. It's a totally different world. Jankovic at SMU says we're going to do more and more recruiting in the portal. And what I like about Joe, Coach Dooley, it's very rare you get a guy that loves recruiting and he can recruit both places. Like this year, I think he got the best of both worlds. Now, don't realize, we got 3 Power 5 starters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's unusual. And he got 4 or whatever we got, 4 or 5 guys that are really good players from high schools.
And you got the returners. It really is like a mixed bag with this team, Si.
And you've got the guys back that you want back that can play.
Right.
So, and I think Coach Dooley's excited. I think he's really excited about this ball club. It's a matter of working out, practicing, getting some game situations, and building up. But I can tell you, Clip, when you watch them, you will say, man, these guys are big, and they can play. Now, look, this league can play. Look, we had a team in the Final Four, and we had the other team won the NIT. I mean, this is not a fluke thing. This is very, very tough. So I like where we're headed, but I'm going to tell you, every game out is going to be a war for Coach Dooley. If the chemistry's right, they can have a really good year.
Well, Cy, you did it again. I thought this year would be different, but you got me excited for ECU basketball.
Watch the football team. But what I'm saying is,
if you can try to convince me their defense is worth a damn, I'm really a sucker. I wasn't even going to bring them up with you today. I'm so mad, but
they just frustrate me.
Yeah. Well, Cy, you did. I appreciate it, man. I love talking hoops with you. I can't wait to see them for myself. We'll be in the Section 213 with my dad, rooting them on this year. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I just hope it all gels because the teams are going to be a real treat. Okay.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, you're on the record for the 40th straight year, Cy, saying ECU's going to be better this year. So I love it. I love it, man.
4 team in the country. Hey, we beat the number 4 team in the country.
Cy, you're the man. We'll have a lot of these hoops talks. If you're willing, we're going to give you phone calls all year long, like we always do. So
I'll be willing. You know I'll be willing.
All right, man.
Come to you, Clip, your top. I'll be ready.
Thank you, man. Cy, I always enjoy it. Thank you.
You too. See you later.
All right, he did it. He got me fired up. Got me ready to go. Tabs, Frank, this Vance Jackson. Let's do it. This is the year. Back in the tournament this year, folks. Cy Seymour got me ready to roll again for another year of Pirate basketball. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk some college football lines with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. He won with the Pirates last week. Was still disappointed they didn't pull it out, but talk about that. See if he's got a play for tonight's game. App State and Louisiana. That and more on the way on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at CarolinaQualityAir.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and I couldn't do my job without my offensive line keeping me safe. Make sure your employees are safe by using ArcPoint Labs for your medical testing needs. From pre-employment testing to COVID test, ArcPoint Labs is there to serve Eastern North Carolina with accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Schedule an appointment at any of their 6 Eastern North Carolina locations or visiting them online at arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Hey, this is Troy D, proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Are you starting to plan your holiday travel for this year? Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Assistant Football Coach Drew Dudzik, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back from Sales and Service. Greenville Auto World has all of your vehicle needs covered. Shop all of their inventory now at greenvilleautoworld.net. If you're also looking for someone to service your vehicle, Greenville Auto World has a full service and repair facility, brakes, oil changes, tires, inspections, and they can repair any kind of vehicle. Greenville Auto World across from Speedway at Bells Fork and online at greenvilleautoworld.net. Thanks to Tim Sutton and Jen Rogers for their participation of the program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Barak.
Bye week for East Carolina, but a lot of football on tap. Let's talk about it now with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, as he joins us on the Fix Didn't See live line. And big man, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Clip. How are you?
We're doing all right. Off week for East Carolina, so got a little time to look at some other things and take a breather. But Jeff, looking back at Saturday, glad the Pirates got the cover for you. Of course, we have talked about the loss and the way ECU lost that game on Saturday night ad nauseum at this point. But ECU covers probably should have came out of there with a win on Saturday night, don't you think?
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. I felt like they were in the trajectory to win the football game. But this is kind of what they do. I mean, and like I don't got to keep reliving it to your fan base. You know that as well. It sucks. I mean, that would have went a long way, I think, in helping ECU qualify for a bowl game. But, I don't really know what to say. It sucks. Hopefully, there's some winnable games still in the schedule. They have 3 wins. I mean, you should beat Navy, you should beat Temple, and you should beat South Florida. I think if you can do that, you go to a bowl game. It's pretty simple. So there's really no room for error anymore with East Carolina. You got to maybe also try to find a way to win one of these Houston or Memphis games. But
you look at those road Houston, Memphis games, because can you count on East Carolina to win the games you're supposed to win? It still feels like they might get quote unquote upset once, so you might need to pull one.
pretty good pass offense. I know you want to be balanced and whatever, but you're not going to get 222 yards out of Keaton Mitchell, every game. So you got to be a little bit more balanced. I think they need to throw the football more.
Yeah, well, that doesn't seem to be the MO of this coaching staff. We'll see what wrinkles they add coming up during the bye week. Jeff, we got some Tuesday night football tonight, so we'll dive in there first. Appalachian State on the road at Louisiana. Hadn't really followed the Cajuns much this year. Had a great, 2020. Haven't heard much from them in 2021. App State, pretty solid, and it shows that they're a road favorite tonight. Total at 57. Any interest in this Fun Belt game going on?
Yeah, they call this the Fun Belt, which it continues these goofy heckling.
Everybody's got to have a marketing, slogan, Jeff.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Is it really that fun, though? I mean, I don't know. I guess, these degenerates love it because it's Tuesday.
There you go.
It's actually a pretty good game.
Yeah.
These are two of the better teams in this conference. I don't think Lafayette is what I think a lot of us thought they'd be. They don't have the same, I think, moxie that they've had in years past. It's still a pretty good football team, but to me, App State, and you guys know this because you saw them, this is probably the class of the Sun Belt. You like what they have a quarterback in Chase Bryce. I just feel like whenever App State plays, they're better than their opponents. I kind of look at this game, though, Clip. If you're going to throw 4.5, 5 points here, I kind of looked at this game like I looked at Marshall a couple weeks ago when they played App State. I just felt like this came down to a field goal, that kind of game. But I think App State's better on both sides. You know what I did, Clip? I didn't want to lay 180, 190 with App State on the money line. And again, this goes away from really everything I do. I hate parlays, but sometimes if I see this kind of standalone game, I'll look for something to kind of pair it with to get the juice down a little bit. I feel like if you get 3.5, I don't hate that number, but I actually played the money line. I played it with a World Cup qualifier that I think has a high frequency to win. But I think if you can get 3.5 here, I think App State's probably worth the play. I think they're pretty much better than every team in this conference.
They definitely have the stereotype that they win but don't win by a lot. I hear that from a lot of places. I hear it from you, Jeff, and it seems to be true. So, yeah, if you could find something else you feel comfortable with and maybe get them at a pick 'em, or, like you said, maybe buy it down to 3 or 2.5 or whatever, that might be the route to go.
I will say, too, also, you mentioned the effectiveness and the close games that usually happen when App State plays. Keep in mind, Louisiana's kicking situation. Now, why I know this is weird, but their kicking situation is a complete mess. Their starting kicker's out for the year. They have a backup in. He's not been very good. So that could be kind of an important thing to watch in this kind of game.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, I'm going to run over some top 25 games that catch my eye, and then we'll go back to what you like in college football coming up this weekend. Kudos to Kentucky. They have of course, they pulled the upset on Florida, took care of business against LSU. They've won the games they're supposed to win, pulled an upset over the Gators, if you want to call it that. But now it gets real. They go on the road at Georgia. Georgia, a big favorite in this game as they continue to just smother opponents. We saw it again last week against Auburn. You said, if the Georgia totals stay under 50, you're going to keep pounding those. We got another one right there in the mid-40s in this game, and it's just a matter of, how much can Kentucky score? Can they keep pace at all with the Bulldogs on Saturday?
Yeah, I played under 45, and you listen effectively, because that's exactly what I said. If we keep getting these mid-40 totals, I'm going to be in. It's just too high. And I'm wondering at what point books are going to stop getting beat on this and put these at like 41.5. You throw in the fact that, look, I like Georgia's offense. I don't love it. I don't love Stetson Bennett.
That was kind of my question, Jeff. The only thing that makes me nervous about it is what if they have one of those offensive explosions, or what if they score 2 defensive touchdowns? It's not really the opponent at this point. It's like, can Georgia get that number by themselves almost?
Yeah, not against Kentucky, I don't think. I think Kentucky's probably the best defensive team they've seen, at least thus far. Arkansas might have something to say about that, but Arkansas, struggled a bit. I think Kentucky does a little bit better. I could have had this game like what we saw on Saturday. I think it's like just south of 45, maybe 31-10, 28-13, something like that. I think Kentucky's really good on the defensive end as well. I don't know how good Will Levis is. I think Chris Rodriguez will obviously struggle against a really good defensive front. And we always have to talk about the fact that Georgia can likely shut their opponent out. Again, I don't understand why books haven't adjusted to this. I think at the lowest, you probably got to look at 41, 42 going forward with Georgia. Because, again, 34-10, you're going to get beat on those. So I think for me, I'm looking at 45s and saying, the number's just too high.
Jeff Nadu joining us, big man on campus at Jeff Nadu on Twitter. Also, patreon.com/BMOC, where he's breaking down all the action and all the sports. And Jeff, what does Alabama do for a bounce back? Do they go into Starkville and rolled Mississippi State on Saturday night? Or Mississippi State, last time we saw them, they went to Texas A&M and won outright. So do they keep it close with Bama Saturday night?
Yeah, I've said before, I think Mississippi State's probably the most Jekyll and Hyde team in the country. I mean, some nights they look really good, some nights they look really bad. I think that just has to do with the type of offense they run, with the ineffectiveness sometimes of the air raid that Mike Leach runs. I'm not real interested in backing this team defensively. I know that maybe against a team like NC State or somebody like that, they'll have some success. But you have a pissed-off Alabama team coming in, I'd have to figure that I wouldn't want to get in front of Alabama. But I don't know. I don't have much on Alabama this year. I think they're good. I don't think they're great. I think they are just what college football is. There's a lot of good, not great teams. But Mississippi State is not a team I'm really wanting to back from a defensive standpoint, particularly against a really good offense and a team that's pissed off in Alabama.
Jeff, this one just stands out to me. It did immediately when I saw the schedule, saw the lines. Like, I kind of want to bet the farm on Ole Miss at Tennessee. And Tennessee rolled up 60-plus on Missouri. They put a lot of points on a bad South Carolina team. Ole Miss only like a 3-point favorite, and it should be a rocking crowd. This is kind of like, and we see these every year, like, is this school back or is this school for real? This is Tennessee's chance to get it right here. But that just seems like a really low number to me, maybe too low, maybe too good to be true. Any thoughts on Ole Miss, Tennessee, the total getting in the 80s here, big man?
Yeah, it almost seems, Clip, like Tennessee's offense is starting to get going a little bit. And I know they played Missouri and South Carolina recently, but, Ole Miss, as you know, and what we saw on Saturday, they really just allow you to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
They're not going to be that team that takes a step forward defensively. I'm not so sure. I think this line's too low. I think it'll go to a lot of people when they take in Mississippi. But as you said, this is a huge game for Tennessee. I mean, it's at home, which is different from really any other game. So, like, next week they play Alabama, but it's not at home. This is the biggest game in Rocky Top in some time. And as we know, they have one of the most delusional fan bases on earth. So they'll be in belief that this is a huge game in the grand scheme of the national picture. And look, Hendon Hooker's been good. I think Josh Heupel's offense is really starting to get going. They've got some real talent, I think, at the wideout positions. Look, when you have a total of 81, you need everything to go right. I saw certain books put this out at 85, which is a joke. I mean, every sharp in the business is going to come in and take the under. It's going to bank on that things don't go right and you have one, field goal instead of a touchdown. But I don't know. You're hard pressed to find where the stops come from here. But this kind of looks like one of those games, kind of like Nebraska, Michigan, where Ole Miss is going to struggle. They're going to have that knockout punch, maybe a late turnover to just kind of escape. I think Tennessee might throw something out here. They've been kind of waiting for this game, I think, for a long time.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, one more. This feels like one pretty much my entire lifetime that NC State would go on the road and lose. They are at Boston College. It's 7:30 at night. Boston College not known for a big crowd. If this was a noon game, I'd definitely pick BC. Just NC State kind of lulled to sleep. But is this a different Dave Doran Wolfpack team? Everything's laid out in front of them after the win over Clemson. They control their destiny right now to go to a championship and potentially go to a big bowl game, depending on what they do. Can they take care of business? What do you think about this matchup on the road? They are slight favorites in Chestnut Hill against Boston College.
Yeah, both these teams coming off a bye week. Some nights you'll get where the one team's off a bye,
right.
Not both off a bye. Look, I've been pretty impressed with BC, though, for that matter. I mean, they took Clemson to the cleaners, almost got the job done. They've been playing with a backup quarterback, Dennis Grissel, after Phil Jerkovich went out with a finger injury. I think it's a good football game. I really do. Obviously, I think BC's pretty solid. They're going to hang in this game. But I look at Devin Leary. I look at what you said. I just feel like they're the better team, and you got to sometimes go with the better team. They had a struggle against La Tech coming off that Clemson.
Yeah.
But Devin Leary starts to seem like he's finding himself, and I always like that defense. I like Dave Doran as a coach. Should be a good game. What do you have a number out here? You said.
I was looking at the ESPN scoreboard, so that number's probably off. But I saw State by 3. I'll see if I can find a different line.
It's kind of telling you it's a coin flippy game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lean State, I think they find a way, but I think the over could be interesting. Two quarterbacks that seem to have kind of found their mojo.
Jeff, how many interviews do you do around the country and people say state and they mean 40 different colleges? I just grew up calling NC State State. You talk to Brandon Walker and those guys, State is Mississippi State. It depends on who you talk to, I guess.
Yeah, it's very regional.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about because you're North Carolina based.
Yeah.
I think you have to have some sort of brain and kind of realizing who you're talking to, where you are. I tell you, the thing that I have trouble with, Clip, is I do your show we record it, and then I go and do another show in South Jersey. And last week I called the host, Clip, about 3 different and I have a good relationship with him, and he's like, "Hey, my name's Mike." I think I know. I just did. So that's more of the problem for me sometimes. But
well, here's one for you, Jeff. I think I know the answer. If somebody says Carolina, what college are they talking about?
North Carolina.
Okay. I mean, people in South Carolina would tell you you're wrong in that, but
I would never. It doesn't matter if I live in Idaho, Maine, Louisiana, or Arizona. Carolina is North Carolina.
And there's only one USC, right?
Yeah, that's like calling. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, South Carolina. We're killing you today. We're crushing you. All right, big man.
Nobody does that.
Say what?
Nobody does it.
Nobody does that outside the state of South Carolina. You're right.
And that's why college football fans suck, because they think everything about their school is superior, and it's look, only in your world, Columbia is what matters. Who cares outside of Columbia?
I talked to obviously a lot of Pirate fans and everything, and then they all are like, if something happens in a game, they're like, this only happens to us. And yeah, it does feel like bad stuff happens to us a lot, but I have to remind people that it happens 40 times every Saturday to every other school.
But no offense, it's that would kind of be like East Carolina saying we're Carolina. No, you're not. No offense.
Oh boy, you just offended everyone. Jeff, what other games you like coming up on Thursday or Saturday in college football?
I'm not trying to offend anyone. I love it.
I know.
Sorry. Okay, so Clip, I don't understand why Oklahoma State's 5.5-point dogs to Texas. I just don't think Texas is that good. I think that's been on full display. I think when they face a team that can really shut down Bijan Robinson in some way, I think they're going to have they don't have the upper hand in any game. I don't love their quarterback. I think this Oklahoma State team's legit. I think they're the best defense in the Big 12. This is a huge game for them. I don't know if Texas defense is good enough to lay this kind of number. They seem like the same old defense. I think 5.5 looks good there.
Any hangover from last week too? Do you factor that in, Jeff, after the way they lost?
They were shell-shocked in that game with how that happened. I also don't understand why Baylor is 6-point favorites against Brigham Young. I think Brigham Young is a better team than Baylor.
Is that an overreaction, I guess, from last week?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Look, we're getting the better quarterback. I think we're getting the better team. Sataki's always good off of losses. I think he has this team prepared. I'm not sure why they're 6-point favorites. I guess it's just like the Big 12 against the Mountain West, but I think BYU is really good. I think they're the better team. I think they can surely win this game. One other quick one, Clip. I think it's becoming abundantly clear Cincinnati is significantly better than any team in this conference, maybe outside of SMU. UCF, as you know, I think it's clear that they're not very good either.
Yeah.
Mikey Keene, just an average player. Cincinnati is way better than UCF. If this number stays under 21, I'll gladly be on the Bearcats here. I think they shut down Mikey Keene. Look, all due respect to ECU, I hate to keep harping on them, but they're not a very good defense. They only scored 20 points in that game. I think Cincinnati could kind of do what they did the other night. I don't know if it'll be what it was, 51-10 or whatever it was, but I think they cover 20. I like Cincy again this week.
Jeff, we'll talk NFL with you on Thursday. So we'll talk Packers-Bears, but Troy D is going on his Illinois sports retreat this weekend. He's going to Soldier Field on Sunday, and he's going to take in a Power 5 game for the ages here. Rutgers at Northwestern. Troy D will be there, so if he wants to stop by, sports gambling now available and legal in Illinois. Should he go Rutgers or Northwestern in that clash of the Titans coming up on Saturday?
Well, Rutgers has had they've had a murderer's row recently. I mean, Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State. Now you kind of, you go on the road, you get out of Jersey, and you go and take on a really bad Northwestern team. This team is dreadful. If you're Rutgers, I think that the thought has to be keep the football on the ground. This Northwestern team is one of the worst rush defenses in the country. I would be all over Rutgers. I think they've got to be looking at this and saying, finally, a respite from the tough schedule we've had. They've got a couple games in a row here that should be nice. If I'm Troy D., I would be playing Rutgers.
Or the Road Scarlet Knights. Big man, always enjoy the chat. We will start sprinkling in some college basketball. You got how about as we wrap up today, give me a future championship. Who you got money on?
I continue to be extremely high on Purdue, the Boilermakers. Look, they're at home. They finally got a crowd again. That's going to be so big for them in West Lafayette. But I think the starting five is as good as anybody in basketball. I think they're really deep. I think Jaden Ivey's going to look like he might be the best guard in the conference with Dosunmu gone. Trevion Williams is an All-American. There's just a lot to like. I think Matt Painter's terrific. I think they have one of these Carson Edward type of years where they make a run, maybe to the Final Four. Clip, by the way, I want to throw this out as well. If you can believe this, we know how big the World Cup is. My small, tiny nation of Albania has a possible World Cup berth. They need to win today against Poland. Everybody should be an Albania fan. We are a small nation. We were communist. All of our good players left and went to other countries. Now they're playing for them. So we've had to really figure it out, and we're on the precipice of maybe going to the World Cup. It's absolutely huge for a nation of that size.
All right, today we are all Albanian, just for the big man. Jeff, enjoyed it. We'll talk to you Thursday, buddy.
Thank you, Clip. I look forward to it. See you later.
Big Man on Campus, Jeff Nadu. We'll talk some NFL with us Thursday on Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a timeout when we return. Figured it's a bye week. Let's talk some other stuff. How about some hockey talk? NHL opens up tonight. Hurricanes open up on Thursday. We'll talk about it with our resident Caniac, Brooks Hill, to wrap up hour number 2 when we return after this.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Otavola Market Cafe. Otavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Otavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Otavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Otavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Otavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OtavolaMarket.com. Otavola, pirates supporting pirates.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor, or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
This is Dr. Anthony Scally from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville. We offer a variety of services including arthroscopic surgery, sports medicine, carpal tunnel surgery, general orthopedics, fracture care, total joint replacement, physical therapy, and on-site MRIs. For experienced and professional medical care, visit our office on W.H. Smith Boulevard in Greenville and online at orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East, providing services to ECU and Pitt County athletics for over 35 years. Go Pirates!
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor, or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Be sure to stop by their office at 801 Staten Road in Greenville, or you can book an appointment online at signsandtint.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff Rock.
All right, do you have enough room in your sports closet, sports life, sports heart for hockey? The NHL is back tonight with a couple of games. The Hurricanes begin the 2021-22 season on Thursday night. Let's talk about it.
Good to hear your voice, and good that another hockey season is right around the corner.
Brooks, let's talk the Hurricanes. So what is the expectation for the 2021-2022 Carolina Hurricanes this season?
Well, Clip, from a lot of things that I've read on the internet during this off season and coming into October, just trying to recap everything, a lot of people seem to have the Hurricanes fighting to repeat as division champions again. They're going back to their old Metropolitan Division. So we will see some teams that we did not get to see last year, like Washington, Pittsburgh, the Islanders, and the Rangers. You'll see the Hurricanes playing them a whole lot more this year.
Which that's tough, Brooks, but at least we won't have to see the same teams over and over and over again like we did last year, right?
It's true. You won't see Carolina will not play anybody 8 times in a season. You only play your divisional teams 4 times this year, 2 home and 2 away, and then everybody else in the league twice. home and away. So it'll be curious to see how Hurricanes respond to playing in a star-studded division once again. Now, to the Hurricanes' defense, a lot of the superstars in the division are getting towards the end of their careers, and I know some people, Washington, Pittsburgh fans don't like to hear that, but I think that's the writing on the wall that Sidney Crosby or Alex Ovechkin are getting old. But a lot of people have Hurricanes either finishing first or second in the division for the Metropolitan this year.
Yeah, and I'm looking at, I don't know if you know moneypuck.com, Brooks. I don't know how reputable of a source that is, but they have the Hurricanes with the fourth highest odds across the board to make the playoffs, to make second round, make third round, make final. A 6.2% chance to win the Cup. They're saying the Hurricanes will have over 100 points this year. So, high expectations, and I don't know if it's like that across the board, but it sounds like that this team, the rebuild is completely over, and these young guys have now grown into somewhat stars in the league, and the expectations, I don't remember, have the expectations ever been this high for a Hurricanes team?
I really don't think so, because the year that they won the Stanley Cup back in 2006, coming out of the lockout, they were picked to finish fourth from the bottom of the league, and they ended up finishing second in the regular season in the Eastern Conference and going on to beat Edmonton in 7 games. So I would say that this might be the highest expectation the Hurricanes have from a media and outside standpoint. Of course, inside the locker room, your expectation to win the Cup every year. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen for any team in the NHL to win every year. But I think, how you said, a lot of these young guys are coming in now. They're in their 3rd, 4th, and 5th years. And for a lot of people, they're coming on their first full NHL contract, like Andrei Svechnikov, who just signed this summer for the 8 years coming up for $100 million.
Talking to Brooks Hill. Brooksy joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Let's talk about the number one topic seemingly every year. How about goaltending for the Hurricanes? Well, who's in the nets for Carolina this year, Brooks?
All right, so the Hurricanes have parted ways with Mrazek and James Reimer, both left on free agent terms, and they brought in Frederik Andersen from Toronto, and this one's going to be a hard one for you to say, I think, Clip, so I'm going to tell you how to say it as best I can. It's Antti Raanta. There's a lot of vowels.
All right, it kind of sounds like your aunt, and you just call her Antti Raanta.
Yeah, Antti Raanta from Phoenix, Arizona, excuse me.
And who is the young keeper that's gone, Brooks?
Nedeljkovic.
Yeah.
Nedeljkovic.
Ned.
Yep, a lot of people were disappointed about that. I think that was the last time that we talked about the Hurricanes, is when they just announced that they were going to trade away Nedeljkovic during the free agency thing. So, personally, from my standpoint, I think that they were just trying to switch things up in the goaltending room and in the crease. That, hey, Mrazek did a good job for 3 years getting them back to the playoffs, but they weren't getting over that little hump in the playoffs that you need your goaltender to be able to steal you a couple games to make it deep into the for a cup run. That's what I think.
Brooks Hill joining us. Brooks, a lot of familiar names on the roster. Of course, with Stahl and with Teravainen and Niederreiter and Svechnikov and Aho. How updated is this roster on ESPN? It's Justin Williams. Didn't he retire?
Yes, Justin Williams is the special advisor to the owner.
If ESPN is going to have their the coverage this year, they need to update the roster. That would be nice.
Their coverage doesn't start till tonight.
Okay.
They got till opening night at 7:30.
All right.
When the puck drops to have everything updated.
We got a few hours left to update this crap. Who are some maybe unknown, some younger guys on this roster that you're excited about in this season?
So there's essentially 3 people fighting for that so-called last spot on the lineup. It's Jack Drury, Seth Jarvis, and Steven Lorentz. And Lorentz played last year for the Hurricanes. But Drury and Jarvis are 2 guys who were playing minor and junior hockey last year who did well enough training camp this year to fight for a spot, 2 days before the season opener. Now, unfortunately, just with the way that the NHL has the rules written, where if you don't play a certain number of games and because of your age, you cannot play in the American Hockey League, the AHL affiliate. So some some of these guys will have to get sent back to junior hockey, where there would be the MVP of their hockey team, and try to be the captain, learn some leadership skills there. I'm looking at the roster. I'm looking at the updated roster on the Hurricanes website, and those are the three main young guys. They added Derek Stefan this year, who has had a good success against the Hurricanes. So they brought him in. He's going to probably play on the fourth line as well. And then looking at forwards, the biggest forward signing was when the Hurricanes did the offer sheet to get Jesperi Kotkaniemi from the Montreal Canadiens, and they're going to sign him for 1 year on $6.1 million. But he's another Finnish player who's played with Aho and Teravainen in international hockey, and a lot of people think very highly of him, and I think he's going to fit really well on that second line for the Canes' offensive firepower.
Brooks Hill joining us, talking NHL as it is time. It'll be the Penguins and the Lightning tonight on ESPN, also the Kraken and the Golden Knights. And we'll be following the Adam Market, the Kraken games on ESPN Plus, wherever I can hear I want to hear some John Forsland this year. It's a shame he's not with the Hurricanes, although big Mike Maniscalco fan. We'll have to get him on soon to talk some Canes hockey. So, Brooks, good preview, man. I'm ready to roll, and looking forward to Thursday night as the Canes will open up their season with some very high expectations this year. Brooks, glad to hear you're doing well, man. We'll get you on down the road and talk more hockey with you here on Pirate Radio.
I appreciate it, and then I want everybody who does watch the game Thursday night to just take notice of, it'll be the first time in over 10 years that the Hurricanes will raise a banner for winning a division.
Oh, nice.
Really big opportunity, really big night for the Hurricanes.
Good stuff. Brooks, thank you, man. Enjoyed it.
Hey, thank you, Clip.
All right, there is Brooks Hill, former Pirate Radio intern, and now working with, I believe, some radio in the Raleigh area. So doing a good job, and great to chat with him. We always go to him if we have any hockey questions, comments, and figured with the Canes beginning their season, it was a good time to get him on the Fixed NC Live line. Let's take a time out. When we return, we will talk to Mully. We will go over our midterm grades. A lot of you have chimed in on Facebook Live or on Facebook and Twitter. How did you grade the Pirates out through half the season? Offense, defense, special teams. We'll run over those, give our own grades, and talk more Pirate football on the Bud Light ECU Report. As we go to break, Houston leading Chicago 6-1 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Quick look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck. And the Braves and Brewers coming up at 5:15. We'll take a timeout, come back, have more Pirate Radio Live for you after this.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
Hello folks, this is Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Mulch. We believe that making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio, fireplace, pool, walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. You can stop by our outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. At Carolina Hardscapes, we look forward to making your backyard the place to be. Find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com.
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
Hey Pirates, this is Holton Ahlers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kid store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Hardscapes. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace, pool walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call. Get started on your dreams today at Carolina Hardscapes on Fire Tower Road, across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. And if you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace or a pool walkway, how about a fire pit, or anything other than that, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. Or you can stop by the Carolina Hardscapes outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road, right across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Get started on your dreams today at Carolina Hardscapes. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Got Chandler Honeycutt here. And you just mentioned my name, which is actually Clifton Brock the Third.
Clipper.
Sounds like a golfer.
I should have been a golfer. I'm trying to pick it up.
I should have been a golfer.
I should have learned to hit the ball drive. That was Toby Keith featuring Clip Brock and Chandler Honeycutt with I Should Have Been a Golfer. All right, we'll see if we can track down Mully this hour. I got like anxiety going. I got Braves playoff anxiety going right now.
And you have like excitement anxiety for ECU basketball after talking to Cy Seymour.
Maybe that's what I'm feeling right now. That could be it.
You got the juices flowing just by talking to Cy.
Yeah, I got the Cy optimism running through my veins right now. Speaking of anxiety, what kind of students were you folks in school growing up?
Average.
Average. Yeah, I was an average student. I did.
I never got.
There
in
were
trouble.
certain subjects I did really well in, and some I didn't do so well in. So I guess you average.
I hadn't had a fully loaded Mountain Dew in a while. I've been drinking diets, and I ran out of diets.
Yep.
And good God Almighty,
It'll knock you for a loop. That's for sure.
it got me.
It tastes a lot sweeter, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now I'm really jacked up.
I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew.
So I was all A's. I think I made my first B in like 5th grade, and
So what are you trying to say? You were smart?
Smarty.
oh, I was academically gifted, AG.
Oh,
I was all that. And then my mom was a teacher, so I had some pressure to get good grades. And then
My mom was a teacher too.
Then I started
my
making.
mom wasn't. She was a teacher of life.
I started making not a lot of A's, more B's, threw some C's in there. Threw some C's
on it.
and I kind of got it going to where the expectations from my parents lowered. And the expectations I had, I should have applied myself more. I know that. I was told that plenty of times, and now I see that I should have. But I always had high anxiety on like report card and progress report day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had high anxiety on the end of grade testing.
We never had those. I mean, we have like final exams.
The thing about the end of grade testing is they made it seem like if you did not pass, you did not go on to the next grade.
A lot of pressure for a kid.
And I'm sitting there going, holy cow, if I don't do good on this test, the biggest fear was not going on to the next grade with my friends.
Oh, yeah. And being like...
Oh, yeah.
And being behind.
Yeah, get left behind.
You feel like you're being laughed at.
Yeah.
It's a scary feeling.
Yeah.
I remember when one time in elementary school, I think it was Miss Belcher, and at this point I had always made good grades. This was my first anxiety feeling, and I didn't even know it at the time. But there was a note on my progress report that said, "Clip is on the borderline," and all I knew about borderline was that song by
Madonna.
So I didn't know what that meant. And I took it home, and I realized that meant that I was like on the borderline of like making a really bad grade. And I was like, "Oh crap, I'm on the borderline. I don't want to be on the borderline."
It wasn't too long ago I found some of how they at the end of the year when they sent home your report cards, you got to keep them.
Like the last one.
Yeah, the last one of the year.
Yeah.
And so my mom kept all of mine.
Can you bring those in so we can look at them?
I have them at home. But I was reading some of the comments that the teachers make, and apparently I didn't know how to shut up in school.
No way. No way.
And I had a bit of a temper when I was a kid, but I was
no way.
Yeah, but
wait. So you're acting like all this is in the past.
What are you talking about? I don't wear a hat that says "bless this mouth" for nothing. For one, and two, well, my temper speaks for itself.
Yeah.
That's
why they invented medication.
So yeah, I'm on board. If I could write a Shirley progress report right now, I might include that if it was anonymous and you didn't know I said it.
Now, when have I haven't lost my temper with you?
I've never.
Yeah, I've never lost my temper with you.
I know what not to do. Yeah. We've never had any.
There's really only one person in this building that I've lost my temper with.
Yeah.
And he's not here.
He's
not here at the moment. Yeah. Anyway, what I'm getting to with this.
I was wondering where you were going with this.
I know.
Mully's not answering, so we got time to fill. So I thought I'd go a long way.
I'm excited about this segment. I want to see what people think.
We took the scenic route to this.
We did. I put out on Twitter, and we put out on Facebook earlier today. Shirley Rhodes, thank you for doing that. You get an A from your assignment.
Hey.
You're such 100 on my pop quiz, baby.
You're such a teacher's pet.
Shut up.
What are your grades for East Carolina halfway through the season? We are at a perfect midpoint. 6 down, 6 to go, bye week. So I thought it'd be a good time to reflect on where we are. And we got a ton of responses, and I want to get to them Facebook and Twitter. And I'll just run through them, and we'll talk about them, and we'll give our own grades. But I'll go ahead and give my own grade right now because an ECU Pirate Jungle ECU Jungle did not add any comments, but had my exact grades. I saw it earlier. It was, let me pull it up real quick. Offense, C-, defense, C+, special teams, B. Those are going to be my exact grades. And we'll have more comments from people along with those. But those were my grades because offensively, there hasn't been enough there. So we're 3-3. We've had one complete game pretty much with Tulane.
Yep.
An amazing fourth quarter and a great second quarter against Charleston Southern, and it's been kind of hit or miss other than that. So I think it's been below average, I would say, throughout the year. So I'm going to go C-. Defense, they've given up a lot of yards. They've given up a lot of points at times, but I think it's been better than it's been bad. So C+, almost a B- for defense, but I'll go C+. Special teams, Daffer's missed a couple, right? John Young's been really good.
Crazy.
We haven't had an explosive play one way or the other for us or against us in the return game.
No big returns
that I can recall.
Not that I can remember.
So I think it's been better than it's been bad. So good enough for a B for me. So those are my grades. All right, Michelle on Facebook Live says offense D. She said the offensive coordinator is flunking big time. Donnie is on the borderline, according to Michelle.
On the borderline.
Quarterback needs to run with the ball more. Receivers and running backs have been decent. Defense B, slow start, but getting there, keeping the faith.
Yeah.
Got to have faith.
Well, if you think about it, the defense, if my memory serves right, we had an interception. We did have an interception last week, didn't we?
Juan Powell.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 8 straight games.
Set up a field goal.
That we have had an interception in a game.
Did they score a touchdown on that?
No, that was
a field goal. It was a quick 3, yep.
So 8 straight games. Turnovers are key and something that we don't do a whole lot of defensively, and we haven't done is forcing turnovers. So when you get those interceptions, I like it. So I think the defense has done much better.
Takeaways is probably enough to get them from a
high C to a B-. Yep, B-. I'm okay with that.
Michelle says special teams A doing a good job. Don't mess it up. God.
Well, I mean,
don't mess it up.
But think about it. For the large part of this year, we haven't really talked a lot about the special teams. Why? Because they've been doing their job.
Kind of like the O-line. Like, if we don't talk about them, that means they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And I think that the special teams has done a good job of keeping, that field position game, in our advantage as far as keeping them.
Definitely.
John Young has done a great job with the kicking, and, Owen Daffer has done great with the field goals. He's only missed 1, correct?
2.
Sorry.
8 for 10.
8 for 10.
Extra point. Just 1 extra point.
I think it's just 1. Yeah, 1 of the year. Yeah. So you take all of that, and we haven't really seen anybody bust a long run on a return. I like where the special teams are right now.
Michelle adding 1 final grade, an A for the players for heart and dedication. All right.
I'll give them that.
Justin gives the offense a C+. Too inconsistent, poor execution at times. O-line is the weak point. Needs serious help in the transfer portal and recruiting. Expect more out of a quarterback with as much experience as Ehlers. Those were his comments. Justin gives the defense a B, much improved over the past 2 seasons. Still room to get bigger and faster. And special teams a A. Punting is solid, kicking coming along, coverage is improved. He does add coaches, offensive coordinator F. Doesn't adjust play calling to compensate for below average O-line plan. Very few in-game adjustments. Plays not to lose. Has cost ECU 2 games. Oblivious to the fact that offense executes better up-tempo and with quarterback on the move. Extremely limited playbook.
Wow.
No creativity at all.
Wow. This guy is a teacher. This guy's a teacher.
This is the first time I'm reading through this. His last line is, needs to be fired immediately.
That is one long progress report there.
Oh, my goodness.
Sounds like a teacher.
for the large part, I do want to point out something, and it's just something that I've just been hearing. A lot of the coaches have been, when we've talked to Coach Shank, even prior to the season and sometimes during the season, he says one of the hardest things that you can do as a coach is recruit offensive linemen. It's very, very difficult to do. So a lot of times you've got guys that are guys that have played other positions and are being converted into offensive linemen. So it's kind of hard to recruit because usually the really good offensive linemen that are true offensive linemen are going to other schools. It's very difficult to find the ones that, so you kind of have to weed through it. And sometimes it's a mix and match and kind of a patchwork quilt kind of offensive line. So, but I do agree with the compensation in terms of having an O-line that may be inexperienced or that is hurt, and you're having to plug some holes, speeding up the tempo and compensating for that, because that was something that Lincoln Riley really did really well, was compensating for maybe an inexperienced offensive line.
Justin goes on, defensive coordinator B has players in correct positions, good overall scheme, appears to be good at getting the most out of his players. Only glaring mistake was lack of pressure on 4th and 8 at end of game.
Yeah,
and
I was waiting for that.
And at times, tackling.
I think tackling has improved.
I think it has improved. Yeah, no, the open field tackling has improved, but those first couple of games, we really had a tough time bringing people down.
Yeah, and I was going to
mention, a lot of one-arm tackling and things like that, but you are right. They have improved, especially with the open field tackles, especially when they're going one-on-one with a wide receiver or a running back. They have done a great job of bringing them down.
All right. Head coach C- should have fired the offensive coordinator by now. Okay, Justin, we get it. He says should at least address it with the media and stop blaming players for lack of execution when play calling is a bigger issue. Doesn't seem involved with the game on the line. Should be on the hot seat if he refuses to move on from the offensive coordinator at the end of the year, given if the struggles continue. All right, Justin put a lot of thought into this, so we appreciate that, Justin. Thank you for your grades. Let's hit one more and we'll take a break. Offense from Brandon is a C-. We have the talent, but the play calls are too conservative. The line needs to get better push. Overall, we lack consistency and need to be more aggressive. Defense, B-. Young but gaining experience. They are keeping us in games. Special teams, B+. All right, there are the grades from Brandon. We got a lot more. We need to get a break in. We'll come back. My bad feeling might have been the right feeling. It is scoreless in Atlanta, but Milwaukee has 2 on with 1 out in the first inning, and Charlie Morton down 2-0 to this count. What is the score in the other game? 6-1 in the bottom of the 7th. There's a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update presented by Dubuck. We'll be back with more on the Bud Light ECU report on Pirate Radio Live when we return after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Hey y'all, it's October, which means it's time to get ready for Halloween. This is Lisa with Halloween Express, Greenville's locally owned Halloween superstore for 23 years. The Halloween fun is back, and we have everything you need to make it one to remember. From kids to adults, we've got you covered. We have the largest selection of masks in Greenville, plus every other costume you can think of. Come visit our new location in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville on Greenville Boulevard, open 7 days a week. Halloween Express, what are you going to be?
There are times in our lives when we feel like we have hit rock bottom with nowhere to go, but that is actually when God is closest to us and building us into who we are meant to be. Hi, I'm Holt Nailers, and that's how Built When Broken was formed. BuiltWhenBroken.com is an apparel brand to remind people not only where they come from, but also where they are going. Visit BuiltWhenBroken.com to get the latest BWB apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. BuiltWhenBroken.com, apparel for our walk through life.
The whole family's home. It's almost time to eat again, but you don't feel like cooking again. So close the microwave, put away that box of instant whatever, drop your spatula, pick up the phone, and get a big bow box delivered with 8 pieces of legendary fried chicken, fluffy buttermilk biscuits, fixins, and tea. Because no one ever said a home-cooked meal has to be cooked at home. Just tap your favorite delivery app for a big bow box at your front door. It's bow time.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville. The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the DAP House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $1 off drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphouse.com. NC.com.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Well, the secret is out. CD's Grill has the best breakfast in Greenville. Start your day with a made-to-order breakfast Monday through Saturday at CD's Grill. Plus, you can enjoy lunch Monday through Friday. And their lunch specials are always a huge hit. Monday, it's barbecue chicken. Tuesday, pork tenderloin and gravy. Wednesday, chicken and pastry. Thursday, barbecue pork chops. And Friday, it's spaghetti. CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, near Evans Street. Stop by CD's Grill for the best country cooking around.
Yo, ho, you're listening to Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Hardscapes. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace, pool walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call. Get started on your dreams today at Carolina Hardscapes on Fire Tower Road, across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 28 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right. A stressful top of the first. Charlie Morton gets out of it unscathed thanks to a couple of Ks, but also a huge play by Austin Riley at third, and the Brewers absolutely stink with runners in scoring position and less than 2 outs. They have been awful in this series. They hadn't really had a lot of guys in scoring position, but when they get them there, can't get them in. See if the Braves can take advantage of that. No score heading to the bottom of the first inning, and the White Sox trailing the Astros 6-1 in the seventh inning. Quick look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubuck. Back on our Bud Light ECU report today, we are giving out grades, and by we, I mean the Pirate Nation. We are I put it out there earlier. We put it out on Facebook and Twitter. Give me your grades for offense, defense, special teams through the midterm. And we ran over a few. Let's run over some more. Let's see what David on Facebook said. He said the offense gets a C, too inconsistent. Quarterback play is suspect. Offensive line is suspect. Receivers and running backs have been good. Defense, B, started slow, but have picked it up in recent games. Starting to see a trend there. The people like where this defense is going. Special teams, A, if not for a few missed field goals. A minus, if not for a few missed field goals, period. Coaching, C minus. Calls are predictable at times. Wrong calls made frequently. Seeing progress from year one, but expected better at this stage. All right, so nothing below a C or a C minus there from David. LV, I like that name. Offense, D. Defense, B. Special teams, B. Houston has made progress with the program. Kids play hard. No off-the-field issues. There is something not clicking with our offense and decisions that are being made in that position. I actually give the kids a B and the coaches a D. Go Pirates. So he's giving the coaches and the players different grades, which is something I did see from some of these. John Bass says, fire the OC is my midterm grade. Fire him. Stop trying to not lose. All right, John. Thank you. I just added that voice for effect. I don't know if that is your voice. You could. Fire the OC is my midterm grade.
My midterm grade.
Stop trying not to lose.
Stop trying not to lose the ball game.
Doug says, offense D+, defense B+, special teams B. In my opinion, not fair to Holton when he can't run when there's no one open. Okay. Jay's giving the offense an F, the defense a B, and the special teams an A-. Joe says coaching F, offense B, defense B+, special teams B. 8 wins. 8-win quality player talent, 4 to 5 win quality coaching talent. So seeing quite a bit of that, and that ball is out of here. After it hit the outfield grass, it's going to be a ground rule double for Dansby Swanson, who is leading off today with Jorge Soler out. So a good start for the Braves offense in the bottom of the first inning. Tommy says, good thing none of you all are coaches, because pretty sure you grade would not be better. Well, Tommy, good thing this isn't English.
Because I would give that a D.
He says, yes, there is. All right, now
Can
just
I try to say it?
Huh? Are you reading it?
Yeah.
Read, because I just saw another one.
Good thing none of you all are.
Hold on. Do it again. Are you reading it as it's written or as it's supposed to be written?
I'm reading it as it's written.
Okay, well, start over because you messed up already.
Good thing none of you all are coaches, because pretty sure you grade would not be better. Yes, they is still a lot yo work on. But you asking for perfection all the time. If you have a coach like Mike, leave you find another good one. QB is good. Have you seen his ranking? He's still in top 50 in the country. But I am sure you all know that.
Boom. Roasted.
Mic drop.
Tommy roasted us all. Sean says C-. For everything? I guess. Gene says offense C-, defense B, special teams B, head coach D, offensive coordinator, send back to high school.
Well,
they are harsh on Donnie right now.
Well, we had a bad quarterback in high school. Bad thing is I was the quarterback.
He has told that story before.
I love that story.
Thank you, folks, for chiming in with your grades on Facebook. Let's check, and you can get in live if you'd like on our Facebook chat. We'll see if anybody is updating.
Why don't we do it live?
Do it live. Matt says Charlie. Tommy is Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That cracked me up. All right, looking at the Twitter machine. Let's see if we got any. These were more just grades instead of comments. We might have to read Tommy's again. That was good. Clint Leasewood says offense D, defense B, special teams A. Without fourth quarter Marshall, Tulane game, and Keaton Mitchell, the offense would be an F. Kind of what I said earlier, the inconsistencies. They've had some breakouts, but it's been few and kind of far between for that offense so far. Let's see. A. Spooner says offense C, too inconsistent. Defense B, they were outplayed by App State, and Charleston Southern was a W, and the pick six was the difference. Special teams B+. John Young, can't ask for more. Coverage units have gotten better. Freshman kicker seems to have gotten comfortable. All right. Freddie Freeman's batting. If everyone could be quiet, please. Quiet, please.
Quiet, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Sidelines, East Carolina says offense C-. A lot of home run plays, but need to improve on third downs. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. Defense B, significant improvement in the passing and red zone defense, but run defense still spotty. I would agree with that. Special teams B, Freddie hits it to center field, and it's not going to be deep enough to advance Dansby. Oh, God, I was wrong. He advances to third. Well done, Dansby. Getting aggressive, baby. I like it. Special teams B, great showing by the punter and onside kick specialist. Yeah, I forgot about that. But 0 for 2 in field goals longer than 40 yards. You know what, sidelines, East Carolina? I'll follow you. Oh, some good thoughts there. I like that.
Congratulations, sidelines, East Carolina.
Robin Smith says offense C, defense A-. They've played well enough to win us 2 of the 3 L's. Not much more we can ask from them. Defense, special teams B. Let's get a break in. I'll see if I've got any more of these, and we'll talk more ECU at the midterm when we return. We'll also update you on what's going on in the baseball game.
I guess, did you see the replay of Dansby Swanson's slide?
Was that dirt or blood?
Well, not on his nose. He face planted.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he's got blood. He's got a bloody lip.
Matt says Tommy broke the show. I do need to regroup. By the way, I'm so flustered with baseball, with Tommy, with everything going on. We got to open up the booty bag, Shirley Rhodes.
You want to do it right now?
Yeah, we best. Better.
Booty,
best,
booty, booty,
better.
booty, booty everywhere.
Best.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
317-1250. Let's make you a winner, because all of you get an A from us. And not just that, you get a prize.
You get a large 2-topping pizza courtesy of Domino's.
Get the door, it's Domino's. You can get it for free if you're caller number
10.
Caller 10, 317-1250. We're back with more on Pirate Radio Live after these words.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 Cadillac CT5 lease at $489 a month, 10,000 miles a year for 36 months for qualified buyers. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
Burgers, wings, hand-cut, hand-breaded chicken tenders, fresh salads, and cold beer is the starting lineup at Tiebreakers and has been keeping customers happy for 20 years. Tiebreakers family atmosphere is the perfect place to come watch your favorite team play while enjoying a great lunch or dinner. In a hurry or looking for catering options? Get Tiebreakers to go. That now includes the new curbside pickup by ordering online at tiebreakersnc.com. Tiebreakers.
Blue 42! Blue 42!
Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Pirate fans, call Carlton Ventures or Brandon Manning at 756-3007.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Ooh, look at all that Parmesan cheese on that papadilla. Our freshly folded flatbread filled with juicy meats and melted cheese now has a crunchy, toasty outside. Now that's what's Papa. Order today at papajohns.com.
Hey, Pirate fans, order the new Parmesan-crusted papadilla for only $7. The new Parmesan-crusted papadilla is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Hardscapes. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace, pool walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call. Get started on your dreams today at Carolina Hardscapes on Fire Tower Road, across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At Angel Oak, they continue to make customer service a number one priority. A local mortgage advisor is the key to your transaction success. The combination of their local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard, conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for every financial situation. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060. And congratulations to John Moody of Bethel. Picked up a large 2-topping pizza courtesy of Domino's. Domino's of Greenville has 3 locations to take care of you. Every day, all 3 toppings are only $7.99 each for carry-out only. Order online today at Domino's.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, the Moody man. Braves failed to score in the bottom of the first inning, scoreless as we head to the top of the second. We are giving out grades to East Carolina through 6 games. 6 down, 6 to go. Pirates are an even 3-3. They get ready for Houston coming up next Saturday, off week this week. And got some more grades, seeing if we have any more comments. I like the comments. In fact, my favorite comment didn't even deal with grades. It was Tommy on Facebook.
I wonder if his middle name is Lee.
We'll see that one more time. Well, I'll say his full name. Good thing none of you all are coaches, because pretty sure you grade would not be better. Yes, there is still a lot you work on, but you asking for perfection all the time. If you have a coach like Mike leave, you won't find another good one. QB is good. Have you seen his ranking? He's still in top 50 in the country. Now all I can think about is Charlie on Always Sunny. But I'm sure you knew all of you all know that. What's the other one? What's the TV show that did the bit where the guy was like, why waste time? That wasn't Charlie. Who did the like, why waste time words? Like, was it The Office or why waste time? What show am I thinking about? Somebody help me out.
I can't help you.
Yeah, Kevin from The Office. Thank you, who just sent that in to via text.
Why waste time? Say lot word when few word do trick.
What?
Yes, Kevin from The Office. Why? Yeah,
Kevin small talk.
We know exactly what Tommy's saying. He doesn't need to add in the pro. The problem is on this show we have 3 hours every day, so we do have to speak somewhat grammatically correct.
Oh man!
Because if we just waste time with few words,
why waste time? Say lot word when few word do trick. Now let's see how Tommy did this. I mean, look, and it's one of the longest comments.
Just think, if he put all the words in, we would have never got through it. He actually saved us a lot of time because that was a long paragraph.
It could be even longer.
Oh my goodness.
Good thing none of you all are coaches, because pretty sure you grade would not be better. Yes, they is still a lot you work on, but you asking for perfection all the time.
Now all I can picture is Kevin from The Office.
If you have a coach like Mike, leave you won't find another good one. QB is good. Have you seen his ranking? He's still in top 50 in the country, but I am sure you all know that.
But I'm sure you all know that. All right, thank you folks for chiming in there. I'm very distracted.
Where's Mully at?
I told Mully we'd try him later on in the week.
Can you imagine Mully sitting there?
Hey, Troy, what you got?
No. If Mully was sitting there and you got the giggles like you just did.
Oh, God.
Oh, Mully would
the
be hating
the
this.
stare that he would give
He would have
you.
made this show, we've had fun today. He
Yeah.
would have just took a giant turd all over it. Nobody's having fun on my watch.
Yeah, this is true.
Was that
supposed to be funny?
You laughing there, son? What's there to laugh about?
Yep.
Life ain't about laughing.
Nope. He's like that. He's just like Debbie Downer.
and I love Mully. I really do think it's because he tries not to break. If we can get him chuckling or laughing, it makes me feel so good. Because his whole purpose on this show and in life, he is what they call in the wrestling business, he no sells. Like when guys do a wrestling move on you and it doesn't hurt, but you're playing along with the act that it does. Mm-hmm. He doesn't do the acting. Like The Rock, when The Rock would get stunned by Steve Austin, he would flop around like a fish in the ring.
Yeah.
Like if Mully got stunned by Steve Austin, he would just he'd drop to his knees and he'd stand up and be like,
was that supposed to hurt?
Was that supposed to be fun?
But if you can get Mully to accidentally slip up,
But it's
and
not
laugh,
going to be like a chuckle. It's going to be more of like a grin. And he's trying to hide.
Yeah,
You see him over there like,
Yeah,
gotcha. Gotcha.
That's the dream, man. To get Mike Mully to smile. 2 down in the top of the second in Atlanta. No score between the Brewers and the Braves, and right now the Astros still have a lead. They've extended it by a run, 7-1 in the 8th inning on FS1.
Bye-bye, Shy Sox.
It appears that way. So, quick look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Dubuck. College football tonight. Chandler, one of those nights. You're going to watch the end of Braves Milwaukee / beginning of San Fran Dodgers, or will you be watching college football?
I think I'm going to have to go. But these are two really good football teams in the Fun Belt.
2 4-1 teams going at it in Louisiana tonight between App State and Louisiana. I'm watching football.
You don't get college football much on a Tuesday night.
Oh, this is another thing. You were super shocked by this. They play midweek football.
Yeah,
the MAC.
I knew that, but at the same time, I forgot.
Hey, that happens.
You know,
I won't be watching
I knew
anything
it, but
tonight,
I forgot it.
unfortunately.
But look, I'm gonna probably watch football on a Tuesday night. Absolutely, let's do it.
Football's on.
College football.
Football's on. You got to watch football. That is the rule.
And
All
look, by the time the football game's over, baseball goes on for a while.
Yeah, Dodgers Giants
You
is
can
going
catch the end of that game.
to go on forever. All right, let's take our final break. We'll come back. We are ready to wrap it up here on a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live.
I tell you what, Cliff, it's a good thing that you threw that poll out there today.
Why?
To fill time.
That's the reason I did it.
We filled a lot of time with that.
I mean, I thought A, it would be a good segment. B, it would be. I'm interested to hear what the fans say.
There was some really good insight too, and a lot of entries.
Yeah, so good stuff. Thank you, Pirate Nation, and especially thank you, Tommy. We'll be back with more after this.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor, or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has something for everyone, like New York-style pizza, lasagna, chicken, veal, or eggplant parmesan, homemade meatballs, plus a variety of seafood selections and favorites, like the steak burger and southern pork chop. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Otavola Market Cafe. Otavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Otavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Otavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Otavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Otavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OtavolaMarket.com. Otavola, pirates supporting pirates.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
This is Tyler Sneed, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Hardscapes. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace, pool walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call. Get started on your dreams today at Carolina Hardscapes on Fire Tower Road, across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. The Dow was down 117 points. It closed at 34,378. NASDAQ was down as well, and they dropped 20 points at 14,465, and the S&P was also down 10 points at 4,350. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Alrighty, give out some grades today. Matt says you guys struck gold today, A+. He gave us an A+.
Thanks, all right, there we go.
But we'll end it on a downer. Redbeard's got some grades.
Oh, geez.
Redbeard says, I have grades. Fans, D. Didn't bother to show up at homecoming. The ones complaining the loudest not showing up. Probably going to state and Carolina games. Mully, F. Poor attitude and lack of attendance. Oh, boy.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, man. So we'll talk to Mully later on in the week. Coming up Wednesday on the show, no Stephen Igo, you might have noticed today. He'll make his weekly appearance Wednesday at 4 o'clock. We got Bryce Williams' weekly appearance Wednesday at 5 o'clock, along with Troy D. So we'll have Pirate Radio indoors and outdoors. And Wager McGee will get you ready for the football weekend. All that, plus the voice, Jeff Charles. What is Jeff Charles doing a bye week? We'll find out tomorrow. We'll ask him what he's up to. So all that and more coming up Wednesday on Pirate Radio Live. We will see you fine folks then, 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. For Shirley Rose, Chandler Honeycutt, I'm Clip Brock. Thanks for being a part of today's show, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville,